Today was January 21st. The year was 2016. I first stepped onto any audio of any sort. J.D. Wolf. Massive love. Kimberly Ann. Humongous love. Thank you. It was in January of 2000, and I got to get the date, check it again to make sure I get it right. It was January 21st, 2016. When I first joined a show called The Stoop with my dear friend, Mr. John Ragus. John, for out there. Much love, brother. One night out of nowhere, John had placed a call and said, "What are you doing tonight, brother?" And I said, "Absolutely nothing." He said, "How about this? How about being a co-host on my talk show, my podcast, The Stoop?" Having known little to nothing about it, I said, "Sure, why not? Let's give it a roll." And the rest, as they say, history of 24 in the house. Thank you, my dudes, very, very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is kind of an interlude, if you will, a little bit of my backstory beginning. Thank you, J.D. Wolf. Backstory to my beginning of podcasting and what has brought me here. This is the 300th episode of The Yo Show. And for those of you out there a little worried, don't worry. Jewel Tatey will be on shortly after 8 o'clock. Little work thing. Her work seems to hate the show. That's okay. Jewel will be with us. And I said I'm going to come out and do a little beginning and talk a little bit about myself. And like I said, it was on Blog Talk Radio. We had no audio, just video. I mean, no video, just audio. I had this thing that I still keep. It's a little headset, little ear set, little USB port. The computer is since gone. The phone I used the first couple nights with John is since gone. And I kicked it off with a guy by the name of Jesse Itzler. And I should have reached out to Jesse. Jesse and his wife is the inventor of Spanx. Jesse is an author, a performer, a true entertainer. And he came on that night, and I was immediately sucked into the joy of podcasting. Our good friends from the Key Concert Series in the house. So excited. We are here watching. Can't wait to see all your amazing guests. We got a lot of amazing guests. Like I said, Jewel around 8 o'clock. A lot of thank yous. We're going to run the scroll later of every single guest who has been on this program. Talk about Key Concert Series. Talk about our lives. Talk about what has got us to this point. For all you who are used to me doing this on special occasions, there is, of course, a gigantic bottle of Barefoot champagne. It's good. If you're out there having a cocktail, throw up the drink emoji. Let's toast together. If you're in the comment section, say hello. Throw us a congratulations. Say something. I'm very nervous tonight. Probably the most nervous I've been in quite a long time. But I'm nervous to be joining my family, to be back here for the 300th time. And getting to kind of express myself to everybody out there. My love for Jewel. My love for Key Concert Series and SRR Promotions. My love for Elena Brokus. The love for my wife who said, "Save me a glass. I'm not drinking out of that bottle. I want a toast. There's a glass over there with her name on it." My love, of course, for amazing people who show up every week, like my man J.D. Wolf. And we basically met liking the same band. And then we realized we liked the same bands. And then we realized that music was a thing for us. And we kept that going. John and I did several episodes. Again, just audio. Blog Talk Radio. John was also part of Ranger Nation, a great hockey podcast. Fan Junkies. We did a lot of work together. He brought me to this point. And then one day he said, "I think it's passing me. I think it's time to move on." And offered me the platform. He said, "Take it away. Take the platform. Do with it what you will, how you will. Make it your own." So I went out and I tag things on Facebook, and I asked people who'd be interested in joining, and I originally thought, maybe just do sports. Nah. Keep doing entertainment of all walks, sports, movies, music. The torch was indeed passed at that moment. And I said, okay, let's go Philadelphia. Let's go Philly thing, because we're Philly. John and I used to butt heads about it all the time, but we're Philly. And I had a couple people answer. I had a young lady answer who was a beautiful young lady and bikini model and all this. And she said, I want in. Whatever this is, I want to be a part of it. And as we started getting things together, it didn't work out. She moved to Florida, pursued something else since she had a TV thing going on out there. No harm, no foul. I had a few other females reach out and say, hey, I'd like to try this. It sounds pretty cool. And to this day, I still give massive thanks to my good friend Chrissy Leaf. I've been friends with Chrissy for, easily 20 years. And she said to me, how about my boyfriend's sister? Okay, I'm open for everything. Boyfriend's sister, and she says her name is Jewel. You can find her on Facebook. Went looking, found her, got some of her backstory. I'm gonna start and stop a lot tonight because the comments section, I love it. Our great dudes from the Circus Hearts, Chris and JoJo and the rest of the gang. Congratulations on 300 episodes. It's quite an accomplishment. It just proves that you are great at what you do. Looking forward to the next 300. Agreed. These guys will be performing in at Constadters in the fall. They want to come back on the show in September, talk about a sensational group, the Circus Hearts, one of the many great friends and fans that we have made here on this program, family. So the pursuit went on. I looked up Jewel, thought she was cool looking, realized that she was a communications graduate at Penn State. Worked at the Danny Bonaducci show as an intern here at the old 94 YSP. Excuse me. And I found out this was her goal as well. To be in this, to be part of this, to share. And her idea was awesome. Let's do music. Let's do live music. Let's do shows. Let's do local bands. Let's really give Philly all we know how to give them. And the amazement has been there. 300 down and 700 to go to the big 1,000. Don't think I'm not thinking about it, bro. Don't think I'm not thinking about it. Every day I just keep thinking how I'm never going to walk away from this. There was one point in my life was in danger, and I still did it. There was peril in this country. Still did it. And through it all, it was the same belief. We're not going to do politics. We're not going to do religion. We're not going to do drama and stuff like that. There's plenty of shows that want to do that. The news wants to do that, etc. We came out here to have fun. During the pandemic, when COVID hit, we were getting massive views. People were telling us this is the only new thing out there. It's live. It's new. It's real. Just like this. We had a studio, of course, for a brief amount of time. We had a couple of our guests come into that studio. That was a lot of fun. COVID, of course, like I said, shut that down. We needed an answer. Went to two of the kings of this business, Jimmy Starr and Ron Russell. And I said, Jimmy, how do you do it, man? You managed to get a video screen. We could see you. We could see your guest. How do we do it? Because we need it. And Jimmy gave me all the answers. All the ideas and how it was going to work, and I'd be damned. This hasn't been awesome. A comment section, banners, seeing me, Jewel, a way to share music videos. We got a lot of them tonight with some of our great guests. We have a great lineup for you. Let me take down my interlude here for a second and give you a little bit of a photo of who's coming up tonight, because we got some great guests, some past people who have been here, of course, number 300. St. Rickets, Eric, and possibly Tom from St. Rickets will be on. One of our favorite people, Lydia Manson, a terrific horror actress, podcaster herself, has guest co-host on several occasions. She will be here. The amazing actress, our number one viewed guest of all time, Jessica Hillis, formerly Jessica Morris. Now Jessica Hillis, congratulations. Another person who's been close to us from the beginning, Sherry Nelson, will be on the program. A gentleman who has done the amazing Aunt Mary Pat, and I know if you're local, you know the Delco thing, and Aunt Mary Pat also does Miss Troy, a terrific comedian, bit of an actor of his own, and he said this was the very first place he got a shot to interview Troy Bonacore, formerly Troy David Hendrickson. Troy Bonacore will be with us, and then we also wrap it up with Impact PR, one of the women who does amazing work to bring us all these guests. Beatrice Kimmel will be with us as well as we wrap up 300. We also got plenty of music videos from some bands who've been on the program. And if you haven't been on the program yet, we don't play your video. Trust me, we love you and we're going to play it. There's great people out there and we love you for it. And PA's got the talent. My man Cuthbert Twilly, congratulations on 300 episodes, yo. I thank you very much for that. It is a night a little bit about us and what we do. But I also got to share. I'm going to get clobbered for this. I think there's the banner. The banner's small, but don't forget, it is the Key Concert Series. It's something that we have developed with the good guys at SRR Promotion and the Fuge. We do this concert once a month. And this month, July, we're doing a Christmas in July, Friday, July 19th. You absolutely, positively have to get there for this. It is a sensational one. I got to find the banners. I'm moving a little slower than Lex. I got banners of every guest who's ever been on here. So that's a little wild. There it is. Key Concert Series. Number 6. Christmas in July. Friday night, July 19th. It is at the Fuse. Tickets are on sale right now at keyconcertseries.ticketleap.com. $15. Available to door $20. 4 amazing bands. The incredible Swing and a Miss. Who in the Room? The Grimjacks, as you know, they've grown to be huge friends and family of this program. And White Wolf. White Wolf is even talking about a food drive, canned goods, cereals, etc. So we're doing some charity work here too. Let's get some food, canned goods, etc. Join it, if anything, not only for the great music, for the great cause. It's Christmas in July. Friday, July 19th. Swing and a Miss, Who in the Room, the Grimjacks, White Wolf, the Key Concert Series is back 1st July. This one is a Christmas in July special night, Friday, July 19th. Make sure you're there. It's going to be great. John Simon's in the house. What's up, brother? Congratulations. Very excited for the Yo Show. Love you guys too, or love to you guys too. Or either way, terrific. I love it. Thank you, dude. John, of course, one of the great team members at SRR Promotions, along with Stu and Malcolm, and of course, their great significant others, Donna and Phyllis and Kim, and just doing an amazing job with these bands. And Steve Higgins, of course, part of our program as well, and his great wife Cindy and the band Twisted, of course, and the Grimjacks. Like I said, a lot of the families, it's like a family affair, man. And we're doing it the right way. Collecting goods for the food bank. And make sure, come on out. This is like big time here because we're going to collect some food for the hungry. You're going to do a little food drive again. keyconcertseries.ticketleap.com. Come on out to the Fuse. This is one of the things that was on our list from the beginning. Jules said, I want to do live shows. I want to have live bands. I want to promote the local music scene, original artists, etc. And me and John have been on the same page. SRR Promotions have been on the same page. The Fuge, the great fans that come into this thing, hundreds of people, thousands have come and checked this out in one way or the other. This platform, that platform, the YouTube videos, etc. Let's keep it going. Let's be a community, as we said from day one. When me and Joel stepped on here, this is not a competition. It is a community. We're all in it for the same victory. I'm in it for each and every one of the kids out there. I'm out there for everybody who's fighting hard. And all you musicians. This is the 300th episode of the Yo Show. Said Jewel Tatey will be along shortly, and we got a great guest list coming out. And I wanted to do, we usually do a top 5 list, and I'm like, tonight I don't know about a top 5 list. Just going to ask Jewel about what she thinks keeps us going. And for me, the love of every person that I meet. Watching people go out and do what they do so wonderfully. getting to MC shows, getting on stage, and getting to announce, and it's all pretty great to me. I love it. Love every inch of it. That keeps me going. And it keeps me going when people show up and come in that comment section and say great things about us and the congratulations, etc. And faces that you've seen here and have had here and have had out there, and great places like Sweeney's, the Fuse, of course, as we've mentioned, the Royal, a lot of love drafts, just a lot of great things that we've accomplished experience from this. I've been in music videos. We'll watch some of them a little bit later. I've gone to amazing shows. I've traveled a great deal. We've met awesome people. Hayes Records in the house. Thank you very much. This is our 300th. Welcome. Part of the drive, man. That word records must mean music. How about that? What's up from Portugal? How about that? All the way out from Portugal. Minnesota with J.D. Wolf. Portugal. Our good friend Nachus used to come from South America. Our great friends from Canada and all across the United States. We've received awesome gifts, autograph stuff, memorabilia. Too much to possibly bring out. Yo, worldwide. Absolutely. And you do it, man. I watched a lot of the past episodes. And, let's not forget Australia, my good friend. Thank you very much. Australia, of course, big watchers. And JD, you're always there to remind me. I like that because you pay very close attention. Now, I watched some of the past episodes and the ones where this stuff happens and where it's always hello from Minnesota and I'm following you guys. And the look on people's face, even though it's brief or quick sometimes because they're trying to talk within the interview, but they see that, it means a lot. If you're a PA band and you see, cheers from Minnesota, it means a lot because they're branching out. And when people like it from Australia and across the world, it means a lot. It really does. It's big stuff. So keep doing it, man. If you're a music fan, you tell your friends. If you're part of my friend list, there's no reason not to get here for a little bit. Ooh, Danny Trejo versus Danny Diablo. Who wins? I never bet against Danny Trejo. I'm sorry. I just don't do it. I never do it. Like the scariest looking dude on earth. Also, I'm going to do this before she comes on so I don't embarrass her, because I know Jewel is her hardest critic. But Jewel's done some amazing work. Ignore the logo there. This is a photo that Jewel has painted of me. It's a terrific one. On one of my birthdays. She's also done this awesome one recently for one of my birthdays as well. She's a superstar talent, an amazing artist. Her creativity and her drive is second to none. It is awesome. The name on the shirt isn't awesome. We had to put that down. Don't get me wrong. In 300 episodes of fun and camaraderie and family and friendship, there's been a chink in the armor here and there. Not gonna lie. Not everybody is gonna love you. People will duplicate what you do, which is flattering. But we just keep along. We keep it as honest as we can. We enjoy it as much as I can. A lot of times at the end, on a Tuesday night, Joel and I will talk for a few minutes about just how much it's changed. I am blushing a little bit tonight. It's a little bit of nerves, because I'm a little nervous. A little bit of rushing around. A little bit of champagne, because this always hits me hard. So you will see me blush. You will probably see me cry. You'll probably hear me stutter a little bit. And it's not even because I drank that much. I've had very little. Keep on moving forward. We are, man. We're going to keep moving forward, like John says, pure and positive. There's no reason not to be. Talent keeps going. I agree. That is how it's done. And I have been to parties and homes of some of these people and out of establishments, and you just watch how these artists work and what it means to them, what it means to managers or family, etc., to have them out there And I feel honored. God, I think it's already coming, JD Wolf. Get ready, man. I feel honored and privileged to be doing it, to walk into locations and to introduce myself to an artist and have them bring me over to their family and say, this guy wants me on his show, his podcast. It's tough sometimes, but at the same token, when they say, I've seen it and I love it, or let me check it out, and then they come back another time, you see them again and say, I watched it, I love it, let's do it. Or you go through social media emails and they say, hey, I love what I see, let's do it. It hits right in the heart, man, directly in the heart, to know that I am entrusted. We've had some young artists on the show. This goes way back. We've had very young artists here. We've had mature artists here. We've had it all across the board. We've had some superstar people here. And they entrust in me to come out and not be ridiculous, not make them look silly, not try to own the night because it's theirs. This show is the celebrities' show, the guest, whoever they are. You come on here, this is for you. I should have played the clip from Diggity Dave Aragon, formerly of MTV, formerly of Hollywood Gods and Monsters. And he says, it's a show unlike any other. You let the bands come on and you kind of peel their skin back and show you the inner them. We ask about the beginnings, how they met, how they started, what drove them to start, what drove them to continue, some of the worst moments, some of the best moments, and not to belittle. We've had people tell some interesting stories how it all started. One night we heard Francesca Destruct from the FDS band talk about how she used to sleep with band members' feet right in her face because they slept in a van. We had Living Dead Girl's Molly Rennick come on and talk about how she had a van that broke down and the band couldn't get nowhere, but she still made it happen. J.C. Clark from A Light Divided came on and said, there's times that she just tries to hide from the world. And then there's times she just wants to come out and rock music. That's what we're doing here. I wish I had all the clips. JD got so many songs lined up. So much stuff already lined up, I couldn't get all the clips out, man. I would love to, and maybe I'll post them again. And there's some great clips. A lot of people have said some great stuff to us. John says, you the man, Jeff. You are the best platform for original artists to step into the spotlight. You literally bleed for these bands. The reason we are doing what we are doing. Thank you. I did not bring tissues down, JD Wolf. If my wife is tuning in, I had to get a tissue or two, a napkin, something, because, man, that's it right there. And before I met John, I watched his sons perform, of course, Scrimjacks, and spoke to some of the people, and they said, well, John's the guy. He's the guy you got to talk to. And, again, we don't go through a lot of backstories, no time for that. But John didn't know me, and John had heard things, and we sat, we talked. We understood that we were in this for the same reason. Same ideas. Same format. Same everything. So with that, as I see our first guest, I am going to pause for a moment. I am going to play their song, which has been our theme song from pretty much, I think, like from episode 6 on. Again, Jewel Tatey found it. Said this band asked if we want to use their song, and it's sensational. The band is St. Rickets. The song is What Fire Cannot Burn. We're going to play this. Jewel will be here shortly, and then we will kick off the official episode 300 of the O Show. Please stick around. We got a lot coming up. We'll be back in about 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Playing the whole song, of course, from my man Eric. We'll be right back.
Was it truly blessed if the taste
Amen. We're going to bring it down a touch because one of the things I've learned through all the years, especially with 300 episodes, is never leave a guest waiting. Never. No matter what. And he's laughing backstage, but I learned that a long time ago. Our first guest tonight for the 300th episode is the lead singer of the band St. Rickets, who, of course, were kind enough through all these episodes to allow us to play With Fire Cannot Burn. We also play The Catalyst on our Wednesday night program. Every once in a while, we throw something else in there, but this is our heart and soul. These guys, we have loved them to death. We have begged them many a times to be a part of this program, and they have. They were live in studio, and now they're back. The new album is out. And tonight, from St. Rickets, my main dude, Mr. Eric Rosso, is in the house. Eric, good evening. What is up? Me.
Congrats, man. 300 episodes is pretty strong.
Thank you very much, dude. It's an honor. It really is. And I appreciate that so very much. And I'll tell you what, dude. When we first got this show together, and I started this little interlude thing, because I know Jules running a little behind with work, started an interlude with an old song called Ignite by band Adrenaline. And it was a song I used on before my old podcast with The Stoop.
Yeah.
And Jules like, we needed something to make our own. I said, go out and find it. That's what I always said to her, go out and find it.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, dude, within a week or two, she found it, or you found her, vice versa. And we have loved it ever since. The song is timeless, incredible. We thank you.
That's really sweet. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. It was very surprising to us to kind of put out a couple of early singles just to kind of get our feet wet, and then immediately somebody was interested in it. And then, we just really appreciate having the opportunity to have anybody listen to our stuff, It's why you make the thing, You want everybody to hear it. So we definitely appreciate it too, man.
Absolutely, man. It's meant a lot to us, and to share it and share the banners, and then a little bit of a remake. You even said kind of a little bit of a, what do they call it? A brand adjustment, if you will, from like the red color to like the white and black, which is super cool still. And then you said, dude, it's coming. And you kept telling me, be patient. It's coming. Now the new album's here, man. Tell us a little about it, and tell us about the journey, because it's been a hell of a journey, dude. Yeah. Not going to lie. If this was an engagement, we would have broke up years ago.
Yeah, the long distance relationship happening for sure. It has certainly been a journey. Where to start? So we were getting ready to play out in some shows and things back when the pandemic started, and then of course that took the steam out of everything. And we weren't really sure what to do. Nobody was sure what to do at that time, right? And so we decided, well, you know what? I think what we need is like a base. We need an album. We need something that people can actually check out after the show, because we didn't really have much. So we huddled in. We started deciding which songs we would have on the album. And then there was just like one difficulty after another, which made the process seem to drag on forever. But I will say that one of the coolest things that you probably know is that through that time, we actually had the opportunity to have Josh Freeze play the drums on all of the tracks, which was just a wild thing. We're coming out kind of at the tail end of the pandemic, and, the entertainment industry is still kind of crushed, I think. So, he just kind of mentioned on his Instagram page that he was up for doing this. And I just, on a whim, I mean, this has been a joke in the band for a long time, because we started off just a few of us writing demos and things like that. And it's like, couldn't we just get someone to play drums? Couldn't we just, and I would always say Josh Freeze because I just love him. Yeah. But so I reached out. I wasn't really expecting him to get back to me, and then he did, and we kind of worked it out. And it, working with somebody like him, it takes time. So, not only did it add time, but at the same time, it was just this sort of amazing silver lining for us during the pandemic, because here we are working with one of our heroes, and everything
Yeah.
he sent back was just mind blowing. So, I kind of joke now when I tell people about the record, even if you don't like the songs, I'm telling you, the drums are phenomenal.
The songs are phenomenal. Come on now. Come on. Don't make me do this
Yeah,
tonight. You know the songs are phenomenal.
yeah. You hear them enough, and you're not sure anymore, and then you put it out, and people can finally hear it, and they can hear what you've been working on, and it's been good. We've been getting a lot of good positive feedback. So I don't know. What do you think? What do you think of the record?
I think it's terrific. And don't get me wrong, I got nervous when my first put on With Fire Cannot Burn. I'm like, okay, it's a little different.
Yeah,
But still, it fits here perfectly. It fits in my ears perfectly, and I absolutely love it. And then, of course, Catalyst was changed a little bit. Something you would talk about for a long time, about
yeah.
changing that little intro, etc. Nothing wrong with that. Came out great. And all the other songs that are right, and J.D. Wolf, of course, our big fan, loves the new stuff.
Oh,
Everything
thank
I've
you.
heard has been terrific. It is very much you guys who have kept true to yourself. Like I said, you bring in like a big time drummer, and you're like, all right, are we tweaking this? No, you've stayed true to the St. Ricketts thing, and it's
Yeah,
been incredible. And like I said, man, we're ready for you. We do this thing now with the Fuge. We would love to have you guys get back together and come play the Fuge. I know you need a performing drummer. We'll see what happens, but the journey's been great, man. We're so happy for you. I couldn't be any happier for any person because through the years you've come on and talked during the food drive, the Bucks County food drive.
yeah,
You came in our studio live, which was rare. Like we had just only a couple acts. You gave
yeah.
us this music, and when I said to you a long time ago, like, I'm going to do it Wednesday night. Mind if I take another song? You're like, you can take any song you want. So I owe you big, man. It's really great to me. I am a massive, I might be the world's biggest St. Ricketts fan, and I
Wow.
love it to death. That old T-shirt, I wanted to bring it out, but man, it is taking a beating.
I'm sure it has, man. Yeah, it has definitely been more difficult to complete than I ever anticipated it would be. And maybe some of that's my fault. Honestly, I think you get into it, you get into the weeds, you start trying to make it better and better and better, and you figure you've had all this time so far, you might as well keep pushing. And then I think there was just a point, and I've seen this with other bands where you get to a place where you're like, you know what, you got to stop, and you just have to let it be what it is, and then try and do something, and see what happens with it once it's out in the wild. Um, so yeah, it's been an unusually difficult journey, but like I said, with the whole thing with Josh, it's was incredibly exciting. Um, so now, yeah, we're hoping to kind of the next aim is to pull things together for rehearsals and things like that, and actually get to, you know, have a reason for people to go check out the music, to actually see us live and things like that.
Yeah, man, there's definitely a invite to the Key concert series at the Fuge. John Simon's one of my friends and partners in this thing, man. He always said, again, how about that band that plays your intro? I'm like, give it time.
Yeah.
It's coming. And I still got some of the demos you sent me locked in the phone.
Oh,
Still,
cool.
I've kept them to myself, except for maybe my wife and Jewel. But other than that, they've been
Yeah.
mine. You guys sent me a copy of a cover of Lakini's Juice, which happens to be
Oh,
one of my
yeah.
most favorite songs ever. I was stunned by that one. But like I said, through it all, man, you've been knocking it out. And another thing I wanted to say, when we had that studio for a brief amount of time, you guys were the first band that hung out with us afterwards. We actually hung out, had some beers. I know you're not really the drinker, but we had some
Yeah.
beers with the fellas.
Yeah.
A couple of you got on stage and like played improv, open mic night. Like
Yeah, that was
that
a
means a
fun
lot
night,
to us,
man.
man. Yeah.
Yeah. That was nice. Um, you got to take advantage of hanging out with people, especially these days. It's very easy to kind of get stuck like we're doing right now. We're just kind of behind cameras, and we're behind phones and things like
Yeah.
that. So it's definitely important to actually be around people.
Certainly, and that was, like I said, that was the knock. Well, way back when we first all kind of got together, and I remember you were supposed to do a show at Broken Goblet with Vedic, and we still talk to Matt. Matt's got a
Yeah.
new band, and he
Oh,
talks
nice.
about that all the time about how
Yeah.
heartbreaking that was. And look, you got some fans. What's up, Tom? Tom's going. Am I handsome or Eric? It's a tough call. A couple good-looking guys hanging out here. But how's it been with the guys? Like, if you stayed in touch through it all, you said, "Hey, it's going to happen." So I know Tom and John are awesome workers, and awesome artists, and the three is together were a nice nucleus. Has it been like a three-way, like, hey man, let's get this shit going, like a lot of headbutting, or has it been kind of smooth, like we'll get there when we're ready?
Yeah, I mean, it goes up and down, Like, I think, the process of making this, and I think the weight of having someone like Josh on the album, at least I'll speak for myself, it messed me up through the process because you felt like I have this person, and that's gonna be the reason anybody is gonna listen to this thing if they know, and so I have to kinda step up my game or at least, try to do the best that I can possibly do today. So it was like an up and down emotional roller coaster with things, and I think that really took a toll on us, and it became such a thing where it got to a point where we all had the same goal. We wanted to do it as well as we could, but at the same time, it's difficult to ascertain when is it okay to let it go? When is it okay to push it out in the wild there? And so yeah, ups and downs and life
Sure.
changes across the board, and you know,
And
it's been good and tough.
we've both grown into our big beards here. When I first met you guys, it was a goatee and nothing else. Now I got this big beard. This is it, Brent. This is the one. Of course, these are the guys from St. Rickets. Brent is a great friend of mine. He does some photography work for us.
Yeah.
He's a great friend and fan of the show as well. Everybody's ready for you guys. I'm telling you, I got a lot of people ready for you to step on stage. But again, in time. We want it to be right. We want it to be perfect.
No,
Two,
perfect
two.
is the problem.
Well, hey, I get that. I
You
get how
gotta
you
get out
guys are.
there.
I get you guys are perfectionists. We've heard that. There's nothing wrong with that. To kind of remake or tweak songs that have already been out there. Is there like a nervous thing, like, are we going to alienate some people, or you just figure, look, this is the way we really want it to sound. Let's do it. Is it kind of a conflict?
Yeah, a little bit, because you have an established thing, like for example, fire and catalyst. But I think for me, I stopped listening to whatever we had out or whatever previous demos we had. And then the process of working with Josh was like we had a demo, we pulled together a rough mix, and we would actually send that off to Josh, and he would track his drums to that. And then, of course, he would react to what we sent him. So some of the parts would actually be a little bit not wildly different, but like, the rhythm or whatever he was doing kind of affected the way I was thinking about the song. And then, of course, having the way that he was playing on there, I thought, well, you know what? Now that we have that back, you know, we tracked over everything else. This has become a little something different because of just the elements being different. So, let me just take this from the top, and I have a foundation of what these songs are, but I'm just going to do it and see how it turns out with how I feel. I think the hardest thing is actually as a singer, you can try to just sing the part, but I think most of the time for me, I can hear that it sounds fake, like I'm just singing, unless I'm actually feeling it. So a lot of the times, the hardest thing was kind of making sure that I was emotionally in the right space when I was tracking, because otherwise, I don't know. I could tell that maybe, I was just doing the part and I wasn't actually trying to put the feeling on the track. So
Yeah.
I think it's just anytime you do something again, it's gonna sound somewhat different no matter what. So um, I think it just got to a point where I was like, I'm just gonna roll with it. It's just gonna be what it is, and we'll see how that goes, how that sounds.
And
One
it,
of the
it
things.
yeah, and it
Sorry, go
worked.
ahead.
No, great. And you said to me like it's going to change a little bit. We're going to take down the old video visualizers and bring
Yeah,
out something new. And I'm like, but perfect.
yeah, and I think we went with something just simplistic, just so that there wasn't any sort of. It just is what it is. Um, because we have some really cool art. Shout out to Ken Adams, K3N.com. He's done some incredible artwork for Metallica, Lamb of God. Any of the Lamb of God
Jesus.
album covers he's done. He did our logo, which is one of the coolest things. He just sort of pulled out of nowhere. Wasn't and we just were blown away by the logo. So whenever I tell people the band name, I'm like, The logo is awesome.
I love it. I really do.
You know. But yeah.
So, God, like I said, I was going to do like 15-minute bits with everybody. We're already running close to that, but there's just so much
Sure.
more to ask, and we definitely would love to have you guys back. The
Yeah.
your personal life, my wife, of course, came in. She's one of my biggest supporters, one of my biggest fans.
Cassie, hey.
Yeah, you and her share a work field. I don't know if you want to
Yeah.
get into that, but I give you the world of credit for doing that, and then managing to find time to do this and be a family man. I give you credit, man. You are a dedicated worker. You're top notch. It's just impressive.
Thanks, man. I think the key to that kind of thing, I was always inspired by Maynard Keenan from Tool. I think you watch a guy like that who's in three separate bands. He has a vineyard. The man likes to do, physical labor work in between the art. And I just thought, like, how is that even possible? And it's just a time management thing, and it's just a choice to make a commitment to an hour a day of whatever it is you're going to be doing. So, you know, you figure it out. You can definitely figure out the time. You can accomplish a lot in 7 hours a week,
Mate, don't tell
or
my
more.
wife that. My wife would be counting the hours. She'd be counting the minutes. Like Eric
I
said,
mean,
7 hours a day.
there's still things I neglect, like I'm messing around with vocals and things like that when I should
Sure.
be working on the porch, you know?
Man, the porch can wait. The
Yeah.
world is here, waiting and dying. And every Tuesday night, they hear me just begging for it. But
Yeah.
um, but I'm a big fan of it, and I always have been, and always will be. And I appreciate you coming out here tonight and being a part. Like I said, you've been a part of a lot
Yeah.
of the big stuff. Like I said, the food drive, the music, one of our first studio episodes, one of our first episodes ever, and. You're a great guy, and that's another thing I love about you guys. You're humble in a way. You're fun. You're outgoing. You're not like, yeah, we make music. Yeah, we could be stars. You give time. You
Yeah.
give time to us,
Yeah.
big time, man. And you're a great spokesperson, great lead for that band.
Man, thank you. That's
Sure.
so much good stuff, man. I have a hard time taking compliments, but I really appreciate it, man. And you guys, I love what you've done with the changes across time here since
Thank
we
you.
first met. Um, this show has become so pro.
Wow.
It's really impressive, Um,
Pro.
and you guys
Who would
have
ever
really
thought?
brought it up. Yeah, you get mics, you get some overlays and everything else, and the whole world changes, doesn't it?
Dude, it used to be this. I still keep this. It used to be this thing.
Yeah.
And we sounded horrible with all this echo, and people were like, I can't watch you, dude. Your show's bad. I'm like, all right, let's find a way. So, isn't that a
No, it's
lot?
great. Yeah,
Thank you.
it's
I
awesome.
greatly appreciate it. And we definitely want to have the band on sometime soon. And even if like there's not shows yet, or even if nothing is like ready to be announced, we just want to have you guys back on again, powwow with us. So, like I said, Jules said she's getting beat up at work a little bit, trying to get here. I'm sad she missed you, but we're gonna let you go, man. A massive thank you, Eric, for coming on tonight, sharing the logic and sharing the spirit and being a part of this. And we thank you again for the song. Of course, it is What Fire Cannot Burn. The band is St.
Yeah.
Rickets. The new album is out now, folks. You cannot miss it. www.saintrickets.com. Facebook and Instagram. You can find St. Rickets. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Music. Trust me, I got it all right here. I listen to it pretty much every morning. I listen to it all morning on the way to work. I'm like, let me get my St. Rickets on all morning on the way to work. But
Awesome, man.
we'll talk soon, dude. We're going to let you go. Thank you for being part of
Cool.
our 300. Thank you for being part of our lives and part of our family. We appreciate it.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you.
Eric, a round of applause, dude. Thank you very much. Have a great night. Tom, sorry we missed you, dude. We'll catch up soon.
Bye, everyone.
Have a great night. Thank you. That was Eric from St. Rickets. And I got to tell you, he is a sensational dude. JD Wolf, yes, indeed. So Lydia Manson is scheduled to be next. She had a little tie-up with with her social media. So I am going to give you a little unnecessary noise. And, let's do it. Let's do a video while we're waiting. Why not? That's what we're here for too. Music, right? He's a great dude. He really is. So we're going to play. We got a lot of songs lined up, and I told Jewel we'll pick and choose from some music, and we're going to do a song right now. Why not? St. Ricketts, since they were just out here, let's do one of their new ones, Kingdom Fall, because it's awesome. And we're going to do a lot of songs tonight from a lot of our locals. Kingdom Fall, St. Rickets. We'll be back in a few minutes here on the Yo Show. Get ready. A few minutes. Lydia Manson will join us. Stick around. Done. St. Rickets, Kingdom Fall, www.strickets.com. Eric Rosso, of course, joining us on our 300th episode to start us off. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to co-hostess with the mostest, the sister from another mister. 300 episodes of love, companionship, friendship, and the coolest dude on earth. Let's give it up for Jewel Titty. Jewel, good evening. Thank you so much for getting here. Love you, miss you. I know we had some restraints, but you got here.
I know. I caught a little bit of the beginning. I have to go back and watch the whole thing, but I'm like, I can't watch this while I'm working because I'll cry. But no, you did a great job. I'm so sad I missed Eric, but I was going to say Kingdom Fall is my favorite.
Oh, is that great?
Besides Fire and Catalyst, but oh
Sure.
my God, it's so good. I really feel like his voice is so strong, and it really gives me like Miles Kennedy feel on that song as well. So yeah, it's just a banger. I love that song.
It is a great
Hi to the
song.
guys, St. Rickets. Thank you guys. Thanks for being a part of this.
Thank you very much. We might run a little long here tonight, no doubt about that. And unfortunately, at the moment, Jewel, and here we go again with Live Happens, Lydia Manson is having a problem logging in. And I've waited for Lydia. I miss Lydia so darn much. And she is next on the docket, of course. But in the meantime, as we wait, and maybe I'll send it to her Instagram.
Does she know, like, Google products, like Chrome? Like, you can't sign in on an iPad for some reason.
So she, and of course, Eric said, thank you, glad you dig that jam. Of course, it's 300, not one. It is. Every day is like one here. All right, so Lydia gave me her email. I am going to resend the link to there. And again, folks, I know you're out there. I know you want to see certain people. We want to see everybody. But sometimes, man, this live stuff does kind of put a wrinkle. So we're going to send this to Lydia, and hopefully she can get in with us soon. There, sent. So we wait a few minutes for Lydia Manson. So, Joel, let's talk, man. 300 episodes has a feel. Here we are. What are you thinking?
Surreal, right? It's just crazy. We're here. In ways, it feels like more than 300. But yeah, it's just a lot of time, blood, sweat, and tears that goes into this thing, and it's a lot of work. We used to say what would make a great show, great podcast. It's really just having a love for what you're doing here. Not to be corny, but like keeping it real as well. Just don't try to be anything other than yourself. And if you're passionate about what you're talking about, it really comes across. And we developed this great friendship, this great bond. You, your people, your wife, your friends. Like I said before, have become my friends, and we just built this huge community of just people, and it's been great in our city and beyond, just all over the place. So it's great to connect. I love being on this platform where we get to see everyone in person because we were all audio before. But yeah, this is a dream, man. This is what we love to do. So I'm just happy to be here. I'm surprised and very just, I don't know. I know we could do it. It's just, it took a lot. So I'm proud of us, for making it here.
I'm too, and I appreciate those words. Pride, proud. That's massive, and it means a lot. And I look back and I start to think back, and I'm like, yeah, I want to say this. I'm going to say that tonight. Do this, do that, and then it all goes blank because you're just so overwhelmed. And Circus Horse goes in the house, and you don't look a day over 2 episodes. She done, and like I said, if you look at that picture that Jewel hates, and
don't put it up. Don't do it.
No, all right. I won't do it. Because it's me with like a goatee, like no beard. And Jewel looks exactly the freaking same. Everybody says Jewel looks exactly the same. I look like this grizzly old man now, and Jewel's maintained 300 episodes of fantasticness.
Well, thankfully, I didn't grow anything on my face, so that's saying something.
That wasn't really in your cards. Down below, one of Jewel's favorite things, I, of course, have typed in the names of a couple hundred guests that have been on the program.
I just noticed.
The scroll is back.
Theater, Burt Ward. Man.
The scroll is back. And later on tonight, me and Jewel are going to run down the scroll. It's something we love to do and talk it through. I love doing it. It takes a while, but I love it. Actually, this time, Jewel.
It's cool.
It was so hard I wrote down every single name.
You know what's funny? Like, you say a name and I go right back to the interview. Like, I remember pretty much all of it. I remember the cringy moments that, I put my foot in my mouth and on all the great things as well. But yeah, it's just cool to see. And all the repeat guests are so much appreciated because we love that you want to come back and talk to us. So thank you for that. Absolutely.
That's big. And
K. Oh my god.
Yeah, look at it, just looking through some of the names and how much it's meant. And it's a shame they don't let you put only so many names, because now I got to keep clicking it. But I love doing it though. It's very cool. But see, look at some of the names, like, oh, they were awesome and they were awesome. How about getting them back? And it doesn't really happen. But then look at some of the names. Like I said, when I started doing it with John, like I landed Steve Howie. And then I got here, I'm like, all right, I want to talk to Betsy Russell and Nancy Vallon and people like that. And then we made that happen as well. And somebody else I love to talk to, Jewel, one of my absolute favorite people on the face of this earth, which still to this day amazes me because horror movies scared the ever-loving shit out of me. And this is one of the superstar horror movie actresses who has not only been a great actress, she's been a guest co-host. She's become one of our just biggest friends and fans of us, of her. And she does her own podcast. Now, let's give it up for the incredible Miss Lydia Manson. Yeah. Lydia, good evening.
Oh my God, I didn't think I was going to make it on.
It's
not letting me sign into my Facebook. It's not letting me sign into Messenger. I'm freaking out. I'm like texting him. It's saying it wasn't delivered. I'm like, oh my God. They're going to hate me.
It is the magic of live, as you know, Lydia, from doing podcasts and even being in movies. Like there's times you got to get that shot. And that's it. So
lighting and everything.
We're understanding it, and we love you. And Dread the Stigma podcast is your new project.
It is, yes.
Talk about it a little bit with us real quick, if you don't mind, outside of us kissing your ass. Let's talk a little bit about what you're doing.
I tell you not to all the time because I'm not a superstar.
Stop it.
And I'm like sweating to death in my room because I didn't want to turn my AC on.
I swear. I know dying.
But Dread the Stigma, our podcast, it's bi-weekly. Sunday nights at 8 p.m. It's live on my Facebook. It's live on Dread the Stigma group Facebook. It's live on Dread the Stigma YouTube. It'll be this Sunday and then 2 weeks from then and 2 weeks from then. But what it is we're just trying to break down the stigmas surrounding mental health, which, I'm a huge advocate of mental health. I have my own struggles. So we're just putting it out there that you're not alone if you're struggling. So each episode we're focusing on something different. We focused on mental health in certain careers, mental health in pop culture, how it's portrayed and how it's actually far from how these mental illnesses are actually in real life, and how people, see things and they're like, oh, well, they're bipolar. I can't be friends with them. But in reality, like, bipolar is not as bad as it's portrayed in the media. And that's where everybody gets their information from. So we're just trying to break that down and show that our mental illnesses don't define us.
I love that. Is there any fact that shocked you? I know, Lena, going back to the early 2000s, seeing just the shows and how people were treated in the media, it was just insane as compared to now where we're, more sensitive to it and realize that these people need help and maybe we shouldn't shine a light on, their issues or whatever like that. Mm-hmm. But was there like a fact that you came across that was maybe shocking that you didn't know?
So our last episode, we actually did mental health by the numbers. So we're just looking up different statistics. And I was surprised schizophrenia actually makes up less than 1% of people that are suffering from mental illnesses overall. Wow. And anorexia is actually the number one mortality rate for people with mental illnesses. And that was kind of shocking to me because I would have thought that, people with depression or PTSD would end up taking their lives. But anorexia actually is the mental illness that has the highest mortality rate. So that to me was shocking.
That is insane.
Wow, yeah. That is pretty. I would never guess that either. But and something definitely that is dealt with is, weight and look and image and all that. So, it's a great thing you're doing. I've watched it. I enjoy it. I enjoy you. I enjoy your delivery and the steps you make. When we first started talking, you're like, I'm nobody. I'm not great to listen to.
I'm not.
You're great to listen to. I enjoy you. I enjoy your presence and your message because you're very deep. You're about people. You're about feelings and emotion, and that's awesome.
I try to be.
Yeah, and you do a great job. And you've always been great with us and guest co-hosting, etc. But you also do a lot of horror movies, and you make me laugh again because
Not a
a
lot.
few. You do a lot. What's your latest project? What do you got going on? Because we're always excited for you.
I actually, at the end of August, I'm going to be working on a project called Camera X, and the director is Lauren Lepre. And I'm actually going to be assistant director on that film, and that's the first time I'm ever doing that. So I'm excited, but very nervous because I tend to really overthink things. So I have Googled the SHIT out of what an AD does, and I'm trying to do all of that, but I'm I know a lot of this doesn't relate to indie films, but I have a small part in the film as well. I did recently have a couple films that dropped on Tubi. So if you want to check out Macabre Mountain or Reunion from Hell 2 is on there. Also Found Footage, the series. I think I'm in episode 8. It's I'm having Mothman's baby. So
That's cool.
Those are on
Right?
TV.
Yeah, just a little something.
A little.
That's insane. That's awesome. I'm gonna watch Tubi right after this. And Camera X, they're filming in South Jersey. Did they ever find a location for?
I haven't talked to him since he posted that video looking for locations. So hopefully, I know we're going to be having a production meeting soon. So hopefully he will have those locations locked down by then.
Well, if you ever, want to hit the boards with me and Jeff or go AC and tear it up, we're not too far from South Jersey.
Yeah, we'll have to set something up because I'll be there August 24th to the 30th.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, let's set up. We were supposed to meet the one time at a horror convention. None of us ended up going. So
yeah,
we wanna hang out, meet up, and just give you a big hug, man, because you're definitely one of our.
I assure you,
people.
I'm a lot better online. I tell this to people all the time. I'm in person, I'm super awkward. I'm quiet. I'm the person that if I go into the store looking for something and they don't have it, I cannot leave that store without buying something because I'm oh my God, they're going to think I'm stealing. That is just how awkward I am in person. So
Dude, I'm the same way. Jeff will tell you I'm the same way. People think I'm this, friendly, and then I'm so awkward in person. I'm I don't know what to do.
I don't know how to have real life conversations.
I don't know what that is about. It's so
Anybody have a headset and a microphone I can slap on and look into a camera? I talk much better that way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy because online is not real life. We can be whoever we want to be online. In person, there's no filters. There's nothing, so you have to only be yourself. I can't be the persona that I've created on social media, to kind of protect my inner self. So I always say that.
Well, we love getting to know the real you, and we think you're awesome. I saw some makings of a cosplay. Are you working on a Scooby-Doo cosplay?
I am. So my friend Sushi, who is an indie actress, she is going to be a guest at Gross Fest in Pittsburgh at the beginning of August. And I was I'll come visit you because we try to make a trip once a year to see each other. So we were we should do a cosplay together. And she was I want to be Velma. And I was rats. I have all the Velma stuff. So then I was okay, I'll be Daphne, not a big deal. But then we decided to do a punk rock version of Velma and Daphne. So that's why I'm taking the jacket and kind of bedazzling it. I'm just putting all these studs in it. I have flower appliques I'm going to be ironing on. So got a plaid skirt for it. So hopefully it turns out good. It's in my head good, but we'll see. beginning of August if it actually turns out good or not.
If you want some inspiration, there's this chick, I think a couple of people did it, but it's a Sailor Moon, but they did the punk rock version, kind of with the jean jacket, and it came out so cool. Like, I really love it. Like, just like steampunk, all ripped up in like a baseball bat. Like, it was really cool. So I'm so excited to see that.
I thought making the jacket was going to be like super easy. I'm like, oh, these studs have to go on like super easy. They do not. They are the bane of my existence right now. And I like sent the pictures to Sushi, and I was like, do you think I should do studs on the back? And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, I was like,
And
are you sure?
But thankfully, I had reached up to another friend of mine who does cosplays, and he gave me a tip that using a thimble will help move the process along a lot faster. So you're not pressing in all the things with your finger. And thank God for that, because I would probably still be on like one row.
Yeah.
So that thimble saved my life.
You're used to getting stabbed, though.
Yeah.
Right. Your cosplay always rocks, though. Of course, like I said, the Wednesday Addams one is one of my all-time favorites of anybody that's done it. It's just so well done, and I love you're humble, because, like I said, to me, you really know how to wear different hats and do different things and be all over the place, but very humble about it. And I noticed, and I know it's huge to you, and of course we want to give you credit for it. You've been on this weight loss thing, and you're just doing phenomenal. Like, I congratulate you for that too, because that again, that's when you talk about a mental outlook. That's a struggle to keep on that program, and you've been doing amazing, and you're very proud of it. So we want to congratulate you there too. We want to congratulate you for everything. We freaking love you here. I gotta tell you, we love you.
The blush on my cheek.
Good. Yes, I know.
It's not just the sweat. I'm gonna look back at this and be like, oh my God, I looked absolutely terrible.
You just seem like you're smiling more, which we're just happy to see too. Like, it comes across, and we're just happy for you, and we just want to continue to work, because you do excellent work. And yeah, we're just super pumped for you. I did want to know your take, because there are like new trailers for Beetlejuice and everything. What you thought?
Somebody asked me about that the other day, and I was like, I'm not looking forward to it. And
No.
Wow.
I feel like it was something that did not need to be done. There's going to be a lot of holes.
Yeah.
That I'm curious to see how they work around. But overall, I think people are going to be super excited about it, but I think they're going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be disappointed. But I did just buy new Beetlejuice sneakers that I saw at Walmart. So
Of course you did. Of course you did. And this is for diehards like you that might feel the crunch. So I kind of want to hear, I want to actually wait to see it till after you see it, because I want your intakes. I know you're a diehard, and that movie's meant a lot to you. So I kind of want to hear how.
Great. I was going to wait till it was streaming, but now I'm going to have to go and see it like when it's in theaters to fill you in.
Yeah.
And you got to come back real quickly. And
I know, because I came on late. I feel like I'm pushing everybody else back. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, I want to ask this real quickly. You have guest co-hosted with us a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Put me on your scale of 1 to 10. How difficult is it working with me?
Not. I like working with you, because you send me questions to work off of.
Mm-hmm.
And I always have them printed out right in front of me, so I can, go, because usually it's just like off the top of my head. So I like that you have it planned out.
Yeah,
So,
and it was really fun, Jewel. One time she got to go on with the Grimjacks, and she messaged me. She's like, "Oh my God, they're babies. They're like 17-year-old kids."
Yes. I was like, oh my God, I'm old enough to be your mom.
I say that too, but that was such a good interview, and it showed that you cared, and you were just surprised by their talent, because that's what happens here. We find these young bands, and we're just shocked as well. But you could see your heart. I think you have great interviewing skills, and no matter what you do, you crush it. So I did see that interview, and you did a great job. You always do a great job.
As disappointing as it is not to have Jewel there, because you know how much I love Jewel. I don't like being her replacement. So
Never, just a fill-in. And trust me, she's picky. So when I do those Wednesday nights, she's like, "Who are you gonna have?" And she
I
researches.
do not say that.
No, not you. Jewel
No.
does. Jewel is
Oh,
very
yeah, I
picky about
said-
who sits
I'm
in her
like,
seat.
all right,
Trust
I
me.
well,
was like, I would never say that.
No,
He's on.
not you.
All right, if Lydia's on, I'm definitely watching.
There you go. You can find Lydia Manson, of course, on Dread the Stigma podcast every other Sunday. It's terrific. And plenty of horror films. Look her up on IMDb and Instagram, Facebook, and Lydia Manson. Check out her movies. Check out her action. And we got to have you guest co-host sometime, in the future, because we do miss you. We love you. You're one of our favorite people.
Love you guys.
Have been for the longest time. And
Fall's around the corner, man. So let's
yeah,
get it
Fall around the
cracking.
corner. You're Halloweening this. No offense to Jessa Flux. She was terrific, but there was something missing without Lydia Manson on
Queen of
Halloween.
Halloween, man.
The Green Halloween.
I know. I saw you were having her on, and I was like, I've done the last 2 years. I'm being replaced.
I don't
Thank
like you
you.
dressed up either. It's like you gotta
Jessa's
show
great.
up.
So I've
Yeah.
gotten to meet Jessa in person, so she's great. So it
You
was
gotta
a good,
dress up.
a good replacement.
She,
Yeah, she was good, but nobody's Lydia. We thank you so much for taking the time tonight, Lydia. We thank you for everything and being part of our family. We do adore you to great lengths, and you're one of our favorite people ever. We hope to meet up someday soon and in person, and if not, good luck with the latest project. Good luck with Drag the Stigma. I know I've watched it. I'll keep watching it.
Thank you.
Best of luck, and have yourself a great evening, and continue a great summer.
Happy 300.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
We love you so much.
All right. You guys have a great rest of the show. And I'm sorry I was late. Technical
That's okay.
difficulties.
good. Glad you made it.
And we're used to it. Have a great night.
Good
Lydia
night.
Manson, ladies and gentlemen, one of our absolute favorite people, and she's done guest co-host work, acting, podcasting, etc. We love her. Little behind, but we're going to catch up. We're going to catch up fast within like the next minute, because Jewel, of course, real quick about Lydia, just somebody who's meant a lot to us, has been here for a long time with us doing what we do here, and we love her. Did you freeze? I think Jewel just froze. Terrific. Yeah, I love her too. Jewel, you got to find your way back here quickly, because the last time we had this guest on, you weren't here for that either. You had to take a night out. And this guest just so happened to become our most viewed guest of all time. I'm very proud of that. And I'm very excited for her because I am a massive fan. I'm going to have to, I think, take her off for a moment. And then I'll welcome our next guest. We're just going to keep on going. If you're ready, just give us a couple thumbs up. Jessica, you ready to roll? 2 thumbs up. I love it. So Drew will be back in a moment. Little computer difficulty. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to introduce our next guest. And this is an absolutely terrific actress. As I said, lucky us, she was the most viewed guest from YouTube and all our platforms. 20-some thousand people watched us chat with this amazing superstar. Soap operas, movies, Lifetime, the incredible, the lovely Miss Jessica Marsh, or Jessica Hillis. Jessica, thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you for having me. Happy 300.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. And it means so much. And I love to look at the numbers. And every time I see your number on YouTube, there's that big 15,000 plus that watched you that night. I'm amazed. I mean, I'm not amazed by it because you're sensational. And like I said, being in soap operas and Lifetime movies is so you get a great fan base. But thank you for that. That meant the world to us. I said that was a night that Jewel was absent, but you still came, you still conquered it, and we thank you.
Yeah, thank you. We must have talked about something interesting. I don't know what got into us, but we were very interesting that night.
You're always interesting, and you're lovely, and you're a great actress. Like I said, right now you got the brand new movie coming out. We'll talk about that real quickly. Couples Retreat Murder is your latest. It's out now. Your PR firms, and make sure you jump on that and talk about it. I want to talk about it because I want to know all about it. It sounds thrilling, as all your movies do.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely fun. We shot it out in Palm Desert, and it just came out. It aired last Saturday night, and now it's streaming on Lifetime. And I got to shoot it with my husband, Hillis. So that was a lot of fun. We brought both of our cats out to the desert with us. It was a whole yeah, I was like driving the car with one of the cats like attached to me because she was so scared in the car. So that was part of that experience. But yeah, it was really fun. I mean, having my husband there just makes it that much more enjoyable. But
Sure.
our characters were at odds with each other the whole time. When you watch the movie, you'll see our marriage, Jim and Becky's marriage is not going that well. And so to have to every day, and we're both like a little bit accidentally method, we don't really mean to be, but it kind of just happens.
Sure.
So, every day to have your husband be sort of aloof and kind of mean to you and to have to play those characters, it was a little tough. We were like, the next film we do together, we need to be like really in love and happy.
Yeah.
It started wearing on us a little bit,
I mean, my wife would probably love a movie like that where she could just be at my throat at all times. I'm gonna bring Jewel back in with us. Jewel, of course, Jessica Hillis, who I know you missed last time when she absolutely clobbered it. But so let's talk about your marriage, because your marriage ended up in print in People magazine. That's the big time. So don't act like you're not a great presence. Tell us about that. Like your marriage becomes like national news.
Well, I feel like the story isn't as exciting as it sounds. It's more like my sort of goddess in the magazine. When people are like, oh, you're everywhere these days on these red carpets and at these events. It's like, yeah, you pay a publicist and that's kind of what they do. But I mean, this was actually sort of like a wedding gift to her, because she knew that we would really love to have our pictures, in the magazine and everything. So it was a really sweet thing that she did.
That's amazing. And congratulations on your recent marriage. How's married life been? Is it a little different? Are you settling in?
Yeah, we just had our 1-year anniversary in May. And
Congratulations.
thanks. I love being married. I mean, to him anyway. I don't know what it's like to be married to marriage, but yeah, I love being married. It does for me give me an extra sense of like security, just like, okay, this is forever, but we had already lived together, so the day in, day out we were kind of used to. The only thing that we kind of struggled with, like I said, was doing that movie together and working together when we have to be at odds with each other. Like, honestly, I mean, I'm just going to be brutally honest. There was one day when we were so in character that we ended up we were sharing a dressing room and we had a big argument. Like, I'm sure everyone on set heard us. And then like later that day, we were just like hugging and kissing and being like, I love you. Like, we probably all think we're so crazy. But that's love.
Break up.
Right. Is it difficult to, like, I don't really know much of his past as far as acting. Is it difficult bringing him into your world? Because you've been doing acting for quite a while. Now you're with him and now he's in your world doing your movies. Does it change your direction? Does it change your work ethic at all?
Well, he's been acting for a long time too. So we're both, I guess, pros in that way. But yeah, it's, you try not to let that competitiveness come in where you're like, are you trying to steal this scene right now? But other than that, yeah, it's actually pretty easy to work with him because he's a professional and he's, really good, really talented. So it's fun.
Terrific. Was that part of your choosing process to find a good suitor? Was that one of your things? Like, I want to find somebody who acts.
Yeah, not that specifically, but I always kind of secretly wanted someone who was in the business in some way. I wanted to be like a strong partnership and to kind of share in our creative endeavors in some way, whether it be an actor, director, producer, something like that. Someone who understands the business. Yeah, it's fun to collaborate.
They can support from that level because they know where you're coming from. So I totally understand that. I before I came up, we were talking about Continental Split. Was that?
We were talking about Couples Retreat Murder.
Oh, okay. I saw the trailer for Continental Split, and I'm definitely going to watch it because I saw it was just on Tubi. How exciting was that experience? Because the trailer looks insane.
Well, I don't normally do movies like that, so it was a different thing for me. I had so much dialogue, and it was all very scientific. I was a geologist or seismologist, whatever I was. And yeah, it was so hard to memorize, and so that was a struggle. Also, we shot in Indiana for most of the film, and we shot in this like military barracks. It was pretty bare bones because that's the only place that there was within, like 20 miles of where we were shooting. So I felt like I was at like boot camp or something. And you know what's funny about that movie is that no one would consider like the word Madrid, like Madrid. Like if you read that, you wouldn't think I need to look up the pronunciation of this. You would just automatically probably say Madrid, right?
Sure.
And no one
Capital Spain? Yeah.
and no one corrected me. And all like most of all the like people that are critiquing the movie and even like responding to me on Instagram are saying, you guys should have known how to say the place right because it's a real place in Missouri. And I guess it said like Madrid, like with the emphasis on.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, that's so embarrassing. Like, how would I have known? And no one corrected me. Yeah.
That's so funny that locally they say it differently because we have in Philadelphia, there's a Montague. There's like a Montague Street. But in Shakespeare, it's like Montague, right? So you would think you were saying, so I said Montague thinking I'm saying it correctly, but no.
Yeah, I mean, if it's
the
a
locals
word
know how to say it.
straightforward, you wouldn't think that you need to look it up. I mean, if I'm not sure about a word or something, or I've never heard of it before, you know, I'll definitely look it up and do my research. But it seems like, okay, it's for sure Madrid, right? Nope.
That's where I lucked out when your awesome team over at Cat's Public Relations when they said, "How about Jessica Morris?" I'm like, I can pronounce that.
Yeah, that's
because I've done it.
No,
I have definitely butchered it.
That's not how you say it. You say it Jessica Morez.
I knew it. Damn it! I blew it again.
I'm
And then
kidding.
Hillis isn't too hard either. Explain to us, I think we might have asked this the last time, the difference between like soap opera acting and movie acting, because you had a great soap opera career as well.
Yeah, you know, in soaps, it just moves so fast. They've got 3 cameras set up at the same time, so they get all the angles at once. And so you literally have maybe 1 or 2 takes to do the entire scene. You know, whereas when you're making a movie, you get a lot of takes because, you know, they do several takes of the wide and then they go in sometimes for like a 2 shot and then they go in for close-ups. So you have so much time and they, you know, they can edit throughout all those to find the perfect moment. But in soaps, it's like, that's it. I mean, there were times I would pretend to forget my line just so I could do it again because I wanted to have my acting be better.
That makes sense. That's pretty cool. And it's actually pretty smart. Like in watching some of the people that come on, actors, etc., it's got to be very difficult. How much time in your day is spent rehearsing, performing, cuts, etc.? I was in a music video for a band and it took like 8 hours. I mean, how much time is it? Is it like an entire day?
Yeah, a typical shoot day is about 12 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a long day, but you know, when you love doing it, it kind of goes by quickly and you're enjoying it. You're just into the scenes and you're like, oh, wow, I had 10 hours go by already.
I don't know, because that video took all day and I felt every minute. So
yeah.
I give actors and actresses credit. And the rehearsing and knowing the lines, is there a trick? Because I'm always like, how did they remember all these lines?
I've never really had a huge problem with memorizing lines, luckily, because I know that could be tough. But I think for me, it's just really about understanding what the line means. Like instead of actually just memorizing the words, you know, it's like, okay, understanding why my character is responding to what they're saying in this way. Because then if I'm thinking along those lines, then I automatically, my brain tells me what the line is because I understand why I'm saying it. Yeah, so that helps.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's really great. And I love getting kind of the inside from somebody with such knowledge and history. Your PR firm sent this gigantic list of talking points. I know, like I said, we're making a little short tonight because we're just trying to get a bunch of people on to help us celebrate this great event. And I definitely wanted you, like I said, the most viewed person to ever be on our program, and I take pride in that. I'm happy about that because I adore you. I think you're just an awesome person. The intellect is there, the talent is there, and the sincerity. You're very sincere when you come on. I would definitely love to have you come back again and do like a full half-hour thing with us in the near future. Excellent. What is coming up after Couples Retreat? What's next? Because I know you always got stuff cooking.
Well, I also have a movie that me and Rib wrote together.
Oh.
And I star in. It's called Secrets Between Sisters, and that will be airing, I think, November. because it's more of like a wintry kind of movie.
Sure.
But I'm really excited about that one. So look out for that.
Looking forward to it. You do, like, you've done Christmas movies and kind of scandalous movies, and you've gone across the board. Is there a favorite genre? Because sometimes you play like the bad girl, the bad mom, the friendly girl, the Christmas spirit. Is there like a favorite?
Well, I do enjoy the thrillers, and I've done so many of them, but I'm kind of like trying to put some feelers out, and I have some irons in the fire to do more Christmas movies, just because I really like that kind of lighthearted, heartwarming type movies like that make you, as the audience, feel all warm and fuzzy. And when you're doing them, you also have a little more fun because you don't have to be crying and screaming and running and hitting people. You can just making sure you have enough, contributors to the charity Christmas ball, and making enough cookies for everyone.
What you have to do, though, and our good friend JD Wolf said Hallmark, of course, what you have to do is write one on your own, and write one where the girl meets the girl who starts with the guy in the beginning of the movie, ends the movie with that guy. Because the poor guy in the beginning, he's gone by the end of the movie. Always.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, maybe they just sort of go through some, ups and downs, and somehow she realizes that he's the one after thinking that he's not.
I like that, because every movie you see, I fall in love with every female in those Christmas movies because they're always so sweet and jolly and smart, and they got all these plans. And there's the dude. I don't feel like doing that, babe, and he gets bounced for the good guy who's building the set and all that.
I think more men should watch those movies and like take a lesson from that. Like, see, if you act like this, your girl's gonna find a nicer guy. So don't do it. Don't be a jerk.
I like that. And there's a lot of great spirit. Like I said, a lot of those movies are great spirited, fun, women, nice, kind, family oriented. You can learn a lot from Christmas movies. You can learn a lot from Jessica Morris. Jessica, I thank you so much for coming on tonight. I almost feel bad to cut you because I love talking to you. You're one of my favorite people. Again, our most viewed guest, whether you think it's deserved or not, it's there. It's, numbers don't lie. And we love you here at the show. And I talk about you a lot. And when I see you on TV or in movies, I'm like, see her, that's her. And everybody's like, wow. So more of my friends and fans get to watch you and enjoy you as well.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It was a blast.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. We really enjoyed it. Big thanks to Melanie and Jessica over at Cats PR, and their talent is always great. You especially, Jessica Morris, Jessica Hillis. Both, Jessica Morris, Hillis. And thank you to your husband for allowing us to borrow you for a little bit this evening.
Of course. Bye.
Have a great night. We'll talk soon. You got it. Bye-bye. Jessica Morris, Jessica Hillis, now married as Hillis, our most viewed guest as we go through 300 episodes of the Yo Show. And it's amazing to me, when I talk about the kind of people we bring on to the show, she's amazed by the fact that she's the most watched guest. She questions it. Are you sure? Yeah, we're sure. We know. And you're deserving of it. So Jewel Tatey will be back in a few moments. Of course, of all nights. Computer errors left and right. But she'll be back shortly. In a few minutes, our next guest, it's going to be great for people from the PA area. You know him very well. Troy Bonacore, formerly Troy David Hendrickson, the Aunt Mary Pat character, one of the greats of the PA scene as far as comedy. Took it across country, and he's terrific. And he said we were our first people to interview. We thank him. He'll be here in a few minutes. In the meanwhile, let's get some music. Let's play a video because we got a lot of them lined up tonight. We're going to play some videos from some of the bands we love. And we're going to go right now with a band who was kind enough to honor us in their video. The Grimjacks with Platform, one of our favorite bands tonight. 300th episode of the Yo Show. The Grimjacks with Platform will be back in 3 minutes and 57 seconds with Troy Bonacore. Enjoy the Yo Show 300 Tuesday Night Live.
You're pretty decent video. Shoot, guys, I forgot to go for driving. Rick, what's wrong with you? I got it.
This is the best. Great song. It is the new one from tonight's Brim Jack. Watch it here. Enjoy it. We'll be back in a minute. You know, all the way in Minnesota. Here we go. That's how we do here on the Brim Jacks. Watch it here. This is a great song. It is the new one from tonight's guest, the Brim Jack. Watch it here. Enjoy it. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Just for you. You know, all the way in Minnesota. That's how we do it here. Paying a little homage to everybody in there. A little J.D. Wolf with fans from Minnesota and clips from our show, the Grim Jacks, a platform, one of our favorite bands here on the program. 300th episode. Jewel Tatey working through all kinds of technical difficulty tonight. Man, the world is not on your side, Jewel. You're still on mute, just so you know. Not on. And the worst part about this is our next guest coming up shortly is one of Jewel's absolute favorites. And when Jewel first got this person to come on our program, she was just beside herself with thrill. And it's Troy Bonacore, of course. Troy David Hendrickson. He'll be with us in a few minutes as Jewel just bounced out. Let's make sure Troy can get in here because we're just having a cavalcade of problems tonight. As expected. Well, why does it surprise anybody? We love you here. We thank you. This is the 300th episode of the O Show. Let's take a look at something we love real quick. It is the bottom of the 7th, and the Philadelphia Phillies have a 10-1 lead over the Los Angeles Dodgers. This was the team that everybody said was going to be a gigantic problem for us. The Dodgers are going to be an issue. Trey Turner 3 for 4 tonight. Marsh 2 for 3. Marchand 3 of 3. Rojas 2 for 3. Zach Wheeler out after 5 innings. Dominguez in now. But wow, what a performance so far tonight by Hillis. Thank you. And thank you for that, too. It's on Max tonight. I've got Max in my house. I want to watch the replay. I want to watch us beat the crap out of him. Jewel is still in the thinking process. We'll leave that there for a minute, see if she can manage to pop one. Also, waiting on Troy. Let me hit Troy up, see if everything's okay there. Because we have just had a mess of technical difficulty tonight. I'll message him real quick. And I'm going to do something real quickly that always blows Jewel away. And she said the one year, like, I'm going to do it too. I'm going to start from the beginning. I'm going to name every single guest. That's right. For 300 episodes, here are our guests. Never mind. Wait, here's Jewel. Yay or nay? Sounds like a nay. She looks like she's going to cry. I thought also she'd have one crying tonight. Jewel is on the verge of crying tonight.
Okay, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you just fine. It's a little behind, not bad, but I can hear you. You freeze from time to time.
Man.
That's right. We're also having an issue with Troy. He is not popped up yet. I sent him a text to see if everything's okay. The link has been wonky tonight. Lydia Manson had a tough time with it too. I don't quite understand why. Jewel, then the funny thing is you keep like making little faces every time you freeze, and you're just giving us some great clips of wonderful face action. Don't forget tomorrow night, Yo 2.0. It's not a special episode. But another great episode, Burden of Guilt. Josh Housneck will be back in the house tomorrow night on the Wednesday edition of Year 2.0. So Jewel is still fighting through technical difficulties. I'm going to do it again as promised. It is our list of guests for the past 300. And we'll start off with our very first, Danielle Taylor, Sean Kanan, actress Madeline Zima, singer Tony Chen, the Glam Skanks, Aaron Paul, Potsy from Happy Days, Anson Williams, Taiwana Smith, Debbie Sherman, Molly Rhythm, their music from the Arsenal, Jessica Barth, Bart Chateau, Elizabeth Ho, who I swear to this day was flirting with Jeff, Jennifer Taylor from 2.5 Men, Overwinter, Tanya Seifert, Sagan Amory, Natalie Sharp, Sheena Powell, Josh Server, Hal Sparks, Bella Elise, Steve Howie, Alyssa Jarrills, Taylor Gale, now known as Gale, what a superstar, Cherish Lee, G-Rod, there's more. Phil Broussard, Ren Thomas, Julia Tavlak from Married with Children, Jen Paig, Du Karan, The Dead South, Brianna James, Dreambox Mechanics, Tree Theater, Burt Ward, Batman and Robin's Burt Ward, Kendra Erica, Brian Six, Erica Aleniak, Brandon Messon, and there's a lot more to go. Nina DiGregorio, John Fernandez, Emily Tate, daughter of Jeff Tate, Troy Bonacore, of course, Bobby Brown, Brooke Lewis, Jahi Winston, Lisa Linky, Why Not Tony, Betsy Cox, Mark Zamaro, The Strawberry Girls, The Mysteries, Matt LeGrand. You think I'm finished? I sure said I'm not. I got a lot to go still. Driftwood Soldier, Jenny Bruce, Shalia Edmonds, Kim Cameron, Eileen Sherman, Grant Malloy Smith, Stacy K, Brian Feldudo, Mark Kingswood, Misha Johnson, the also Misha Johnson, Morrison, Kioma Halley, Kendra Black. Doesn't end there. Robert Cantor, Chantel Albers, Rachel Kane, Tim Witherspoon Jr., the champ, Tim Johnson Jr., Stormy Maya, Namanjin, Betsy Russell, Ricky Rebel, Blake, Lewis, Christina Chris, Jess Paul, Shalea Nicole, Cuesta, Harrison Barnes, Sepsis, Rachel Bello, Mike Skill, Connie Giordano, Mixie Demner, Taylor McIntosh, Bex, Morgan Konopelski, Liz Kitts, Boomer Mays, Sharon Leah, the terrific Sharon Leah, Dirty Honey, that was a special episode. Maria Daniels, of course, one of our OGs. Alyssa Mai, Terrific listen tonight. Helen Edwards, Susie Corey, New Moon Junction, Jamie Kennedy, Maxwell Stern, Moonroof, Nancy Vallon, Courtney Gross, Michael Brannigan, Bees, Tina Marie Celine, of course, was with us last week. Lisa Orlando, Caitlin Rice, Austin Wood. Is that it? Well, heck no, there's also Rachel Green and Jody Valentine, Robin Benedict, Michael Sequilla, Jessica Hillis, Angie Stevenson, Sherry Nelson, who'll be with us later, Andrew Blidner, Bree Taylor, Sasha Gordon, Allie Marshall, Donna DiGregorio, Adam and Park Kufnatz, Christina Leese, Brianna Dale, Harmony Smith, Emily Cipriano, Mike Nappy, Tiffany Mosher, who we love, Cocky Rocky, David D'Alessio, Deborah Driggs, Chrissy Poland, Lena Scissorhands, Dondi Allen, Ray Castronova, Laura Cheadle, one of our faves, Eden James, Wildfire, Chris Timbers, the Shiabos, love them, DK Lions, Polychuck, Bong Hits for Jesus, Beatrice Kimmel, Dirty Soap, Lindsay Moppert, Moretta Moss. Is that everybody? Of course not. There's still Robert Kerbeck and Rise on Belief, Erica Braidhill, Tanya Fritsch, Jexa, Barbara Blackthorne, Maggie Carlton, Iva, Jimmy Starr, Ron Russell, George Powell, Christy Miller, Nikki Stringfield, Jasmine Jordan. Drew, you ready? Are you ready?
I hope.
All right, because this next list is going to be yours. Let's see how you do. Go!
Okay?
Yeah, we're going to start again. Ready? So far, okay. I'm going to give you the next scroll.
Oh, God,
Ready?
I'm going to blow it up. I need my glasses.
Oh, okay. Wait till you get
Okay.
your glasses. Go!
Robert Kerbeck. R.O.B.
I have to get that one. That's the old one. Oh, you're a little behind us. Okay. All right, I'll do it. I get
Erica
Emily
Brahill.
Blackburn. There you go.
Tanya. Jack.
Shamari Love, Chris Northern, the
Alexa.
BA Sisters, Whole Damn Mess, Mac
Barbara
Brothers, Mojo Moji,
Blackthorne.
Hollywood Gods and Monsters, Cindy Taylor, Savannah Lee, Sergio, Michelle, Caitlin, Patricia Weiler, Jules, like, behind, Meg Russell, Scoopsky, Presley
Now it's all
Tennant, Bella
jumbled.
Kelly,
Mojo
Kimberly Guerrero, David Howard Thornton, Linda Steele, Victoria Fire, Drew
Moji.
Smith,
I see that.
Fallon Vendetta, Motion Ridge, you
Man.
got that one, Dane Lewis, Mike Miraz, Eric
You know
Bolton,
what? I
Kate
don't know what's
Boytek.
happening.
I don't know what's happening either. It certainly is not our night. Darnell Hicks, Pawn Shop Roses, Alex, Stormy Lee, Strange Culture, Modern Yesterday, Stealing Society, Rebecca Folsom, Timothy Dial, Sunrise Cries, Slaves to Humanity, Thunder Pets, Never Wake. Oh my God, Never Wake. Tulip. There's more. I'll keep doing it. Mag Dillon, Modern Mime, Circus Hearts, Veronica Wicken, Young Other, Keith and Joey, Sour Station, Bourbon House, Jessa Flux, Ray Chase, Happy Hour Pod, love you, bro. Twisted, Galaxy Has Eyes, JC Clark, Sick Century, Traverse the Abyss, Erin Coburn,
Nightmare.
Ignescent, Bernathan, King Cherry, Grimjacks, Burn the Guild, Sucker Punch, Pine Creek Academy, Ezra Gray, Magali, Lauren Rosas, Milo Sky, Archist, Ronnie Schenk, Ronnie from Saturn, of course, Malachi Gagnon, Vinlin, Valerie Falls, and Harkin. Man, it was hard this year. 300 and Jewel, how we doing? Jewel hates life right now. Now, Troy did not make it with us. I don't know what happened there. I messaged him, did not get him. So we're going to move forward because our next superstar guest is backstage. And what better person to bring in while Drew is in mid-freeze working hard to get back on the program than one of my favorite human beings on the absolute planet. I did have Dirty Honey on the air show. It did in the afternoon. It was kind of a horrible audio botch. But yes, Dirty Honey was on the program. I'll tell you that story another time. Awesome. Their PR firm happened to find me somehow, and I found them. There's also the ones that let me do the Kerry King thing. We almost had Kerry King from Slayer on. We got sidetracked last minute, but yes, we did have Dirty Honey. And we've also had this amazing person a few times before. She is guest co-host as well. She has sent me awesome autographs and pizza for my birthday, and she steals my heart in every way, shape, or form. a Maxim model, a producer, a show host, one of the most lovely human beings on earth. Let's give it up for our next guest on our 300th episode. The amazing Miss Sherry Nelson is in the house. Sherry, good evening.
You're too kind. That's a lot to live up to.
Oh, it's worth it. You are absolutely terrific. I am such a big fan. Allison Cowie, which is how I found you. Thank you. We appreciate that. And tell me Friday when we're pre-gaming at my house before Burn Nothing. I will. Absolutely. Great people in the audience. Sherry, thank you so much for taking the time to come out and join us on our 300th. You really are one of our favorite people. You're like family to me, but I also I adore you in every way, shape, or form.
No, thank you for having me. Do you like my shirt?
I love it. It is the Kinsey King shirt. I saw Kinsey was here earlier. He popped in and sent some news. He says it's going to be... He is. He's great. And he's going to be performing at a show that I'm doing this weekend. I'm an MC at Metal Mania, which is hosted by our good friend Elena Brokus at Sweeney's. He's on the bill. It's like the first time his band is playing live together as his new band. So I'm very excited for that. It's very cool.
No, and that band is good. So you know how to find them. They're the best. So no, and Kinsey, he was great. He sent my girlfriend, Dawn Hinton, a shirt, and me, and
yes,
got back down to Las Vegas after co-hosting with you, and there it was. So, and I felt so bad. He said, "Do you think you might take a photo?" Well, here you go. I'll get
right.
A photo for him. But I wanted to wear it in honor of you for your happy 300th, and so much respect to you, because not many can do that, and it's an honor to wear this shirt. So, and thank you for introducing me to the band.
Absolutely. And thank you for, again, being here and wearing that shirt and coming out being awesome. Me and you have a lot of conversations about ways to move ahead, ideas, projects. And some of them I always look at the checkbook. I'm like, not this time. But you're so motivating. You're always aggressive, always grasping for that next level. How do you keep such a positive attitude? I'm not saying to be snide at all. How do you always stay so damn positive?
I've got great people around me. I was, a wonderful father, and I'm that girl where the glass is full. It's not half empty. It's not half full. It's full. And every day is a blessing. And right now, it's summertime, and it's just great to wake up, hear the birds, and there's a lot to try, to test, to see. And I commend you, because you've inspired me to hear new bands. And there's so many gifts out there in this world, and it's a lot more enjoyable to it sure is. It's just a lot, there's just so much great things in life, and I say yes to everything. So I just always want to try everything. So not everything will work, but Jeff, you were one of the first people that made me feel like I had something to go, something to work with, and so I appreciate that.
Absolutely, and it's worth it, because like I said, your approach to everything and your style and everything you do is just amazing. Always approaching with a big smiling face. I want to share this real quick. This fella here, Brent Worrell, who asked if that's a Kinsey King shirt. This is the guy that invited me to TwitchCon in Vegas that I had to shoot him down. Brent, Sherry offered me a place to stay. So next time it's anywhere in that area, I've got a place to stay.
Yeah.
Start inviting people.
Yeah, you and Cassie. Is Brent in Las Vegas?
No, he's a local guy. He's a great friend of mine. He travels a lot. He does photography, and he's big into cars, fixing up cars, etc. And he's a great guy, multi-talented, real smart guy, and he's a fan of music as well. He became a music fan because of us, and of course, he's a Sherry Nelson fan, like the rest of the world.
Yeah, you're so funny.
So where are you now? I know you bounce back and forth. We talk about Vegas, Canada. Where are you at right now, if I can ask?
I'm in Canada, so happy to be back. I am in British Columbia, right on the Montana border. So it's warm up here. I think it hit 95 today. We're not as warm as Vegas. I'm not sure what the temperatures are in Philly right now, but it's warm. It's summertime.
It's like 195 here right now. I'm not going to lie. Another thing that we share a passion for. Jewel keeps freezing in and out. He's back. He is in the house. Kinsey King. Kinsey, your shirt is being represented in Canada. Sherry has your
Yes.
shirt on. So Jewel keeps freezing. She's in and out. She's trying to get back in. Of course, missing Sherry is going to be the worst night of her life because
I can't
she
believe I
adores
missed
you
her.
much like I do.
My dad
Ah.
likes he likes Jewel. He likes her.
Jewel's awesome. It is hot. It is hot out here. It definitely is. So like I said, we talk a lot. We talked a lot over hockey, and my dearest apologies. I was rooting for Edmonton all the way. How hard is Canada taking that? Because everybody thought this was the year.
Well, I think, like I keep saying, it bumped against summertime, so we're good, But no, Patriots, and I couldn't believe you publicly said you're rooting for Canada, but thank you. And no, we got next year. They were a great team, and it's just like I said last show. It's great when the whole nation comes together, and no, it's a lot of great fun and inspirational. And Edmonton, they deserved it. Alberta is a fantastic province, the best people in the world. So anybody out there, the Calgary Stampede's going on right now, just south of it. So if anyone, and your dollar goes far, so come to Canada. It's a fun place to be.
Sure, and you get awesome people. We've had a lot of Canadian artists on our show. We love them. They're always so great. You especially, and they're the neighbors. We're all North American, man. We love North America.
Yeah.
So you've done in the past. We've talked. I talk all the time, and I think I took the picture down. I had the picture up of your Maxim magazine photo shoots, of course, and it's still pretty big to me, and it's a big name. It's a huge name. Tell us, for anybody who might be new, that approach and how it felt to be featured in such a major magazine like that.
Well, it was not meant to be. No, a photographer saw my photo and he said, you should enter the contest, but in Canada, generally, you're not allowed. And so I thought, well, I'm done with lumber. I got to figure out what I can do now. And I did it, but I thought I'd be bumped out right away. And it just kept going because of your show. You were promoting it and a few other talk shows. So I wouldn't have gotten where I was unless it was for you and a lot of your, fan base. So I appreciate it because I'm living in a whole different level I never, ever thought that I would do. So, yeah.
It's pretty cool, and like I said, you've sent me some lovely autographs. I don't want to bring everything over tonight because I got just a table mess, and I don't want to damage them. But,
yeah,
and and trust me, since you have coined this phrase, these have gotten worse. These legs are now pale and scabby, and they're beat up from mosquito bites. So I'm losing my legs title, but I do appreciate the nickname still.
Well, we'll still run up those stairs in Philly together. They'll be back.
That'll work. Absolutely. We got to get you out this way. So what else is going on?
I'll be there actually in December, so I'll be out there.
Oh, I can't wait. We actually absolutely have to cross paths.
Yes,
Thank you, Adam.
Jeff is
Thank
a
you
very
so much.
deal.
So when we talked before, the last time when you guest co-hosted, you had mentioned about like producing. You're mentioning some new projects you're getting into. What do you got going on? Because you got some cool stuff. You're mingling with some female boxers and music and all that. What's going on in Sherry Nelson's world?
After the show, I flew back down to Las Vegas and I produced a photo shoot with this amazing photographer, Oscar. And Yadira, people love the photos. And so she's already been accepted in quite a few magazines. She'll be appearing in Strong Magazine with Paul Buchetta, a few other magazines. And she's such a good fighter in boxing that she had to go up 2 weight classes since I saw you because she can't find anyone to fight. So San Antonio, she'll be down there in her first new class weight. And I can't explain it. She's like that swan, she's amazing. She's a beautiful girl, but she's got a punch. So she's pure entertainment to watch. And for any young girl, I never thought about boxing as a little girl, but there's so many positive elements to come out of it. Self-defense, strength, agility, and Yadira, she's the exact role model for any young girl that wants to aspire to something out of the box.
That's pretty awesome. And one of the things that I take great pride in, and again, it's not kissing your ass. It is, but it's not. When you always say such great things about me and always put so much faith in me, it makes me feel that much bigger because you always seem to gravitate around people with goals, successful people, people making a difference. So when you come out and say how terrific I am, that's massive to me. It really is.
Well, no, birds of a feather. I think, if you inspire someone, I'm sure they inspire you. Like you do inspire me. I see the bands that are coming out, and if you tag them, it's a big deal now. So, I just respect your perseverance. And again, of course, your right hand, Cassie. I love her, and I really cannot wait to meet her because she does social media quotes, and she's just a beautiful soul. And I look forward to going for happy hour with her and good times. But no, I can't wait to meet Cassie and of course our Jewel. So, but yeah, no, I think you've got a great like look at I've become great friends with Twig and the band
Yes.
Twig and Kinsey, and yeah, you have a lot of very inviting and very just kind-hearted people, and it's just wonderful. So yeah.
We appreciate that a great deal. My wife said it that night, and she's like, Sherry Nelson, a friend requested me. I do it, definitely do it. It's like, that's a person you definitely want to be in the same hub, the same family with, if you will. So, and like I said, it goes all the way back, as far as I know, to Jimmy Star and Ron, because they were the ones that told me, so we've got a guest for you, you'll love her, and they're correct, and they're great at what they do too. So, like I said, man, when the right group of people get together, it's pretty magical.
Well, yeah, and if there's anyone that's inspiring, it's Jimmy, it's Eileen, it's Ron. Like he's a Hollywood legendary actor, best
Yeah.
friends with Julian Russell. So, and yet he's still acting. So he is very inspiring and still debonair and handsome, and so it's really it's exciting to be around people like that.
Absolutely. And like I said, they found you as well and a great talent. And when we had you on, you talked about Twig. You came on and guest co hosted. Didn't know much about them. You jumped right through it. Thank you, Chris. Jumped right to it, did your research, had a great time, loved what you found. You're very good at this as well. Ever maybe like a Sherry Nelson podcast or show in the future? Because you're very engaging. People gravitate to you, and you do the homework, you do the dirty work, and make it look great.
No, I maybe. I got to get that work visa though before I can pursue something like that. I'm working on it. But I've had a few offers that there's a few out there that I hope they'll still be there if I get my work visa. So there's a few out there I'd like to do, and there's just so many fun things that people probably don't know but should know because it's fun. So there's some things that I've been building up for that, and I'd like to, but I don't think I could compete with the Yo Show. So.
Oh, please.
Maybe I could follow your time slot. That would help. So
It's not a bad idea. I always
prefer to
Yeah.
co-host, to be honest with you. Like it means a lot to have your logo under my name. So I right now currently I prefer co-hosting.
You're very good at it. It was a really a fun night, and any time spent with you was a lot of fun. And Jewel was like blowing me up through text messages because she just can't seem to link in. She's like, I can't believe I'm missing this. Can't believe I'm missing Sherry. Can't believe this is going on. It's it's the phrase we use that live happens and life happens. It's the kind of things that we've kind of grown accustomed to through all these years. And I said before, I started with this. Look at this, like, little headset with a built-in mic and a USB cord, and now we're here. So, technology will never be
You
perfect.
got the legs, you got the bobblehead. People are all visual. They prefer visual, right?
They do. I'm a little crooked tonight, but that's okay. So, what is next for you? What do you got coming up on the horizon? I know you said a great photo shoot coming up, and again, trying to get that work visa and bouncing back and forth. Is there a goal that you're looking for, something within your reach that you'd like to grab soon?
Oh, well, I'm coming to see you. I'm actually just being supportive. I'm going to Carnegie Hall in December in New York. So I'm going with Eileen to that. And I'll be going to Nashville in October for an event. But I'm supportive of people for these things. But this Saturday, I've got a huge event. It's my dad's birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Having a surprise birthday for my dad. So right now I'm focused
Oh,
on
that's
that.
great.
And
he's just the best. So I'm so happy I'm here in Canada with him for his big day.
He has an amazing daughter. He's done great parenting. He's done a great job with.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, and there we go. Happy birthday to Dad. Absolutely.
Aw.
Sir, we're all fans. We're fans of everything you do. You're a kind heart and a kind soul. And like I said, bringing you on guest co-hosting is always up there on you. Wednesday nights are always out there for you. If you ever want to do it, shoot me a message. I'll
Yeah.
definitely bring you here. You're like I
Yeah,
said, you're
no,
very.
No,
Did you
your
ever?
fans are amazing. So anytime.
Did you ever think? It's kind of a selfish question. Did you ever think I'd get this far? Honestly, from the first time we sat down.
Of
Really?
course I did. No, because seriously, when you started promoting me during Maxim, I thought, who's this guy? And then I found out you were way over in the East. And I'm like, who? So of course I knew. I knew. I think everybody knows. You're just humble.
I tried to be, and Sherry, for everybody out there who may not know and may not seen her before on this program, 1 year for my birthday, she brought me pizza, had it delivered to the house. She sends me awesome chocolates and goods. I'm like overwhelmed with it. To have somebody so amazing be so amazing in return means a lot to me. My wife even says, my wife's like, because there's times like I'm like, man, it's so hard, and sometimes I think I got to stop, and sometimes I think I'm just like over my head. She's like, yeah, she says never. She said, you're so good at it. You're good at linking with people, moving people, and man.
No, but you have an ear for what is unique and what people need to hear. And like last weekend, your post was so cute. You said, I'm out here with my babe. And I love that. I love that you and Kat, like Cassie's such a bright light. So it's just,
Thank you.
you guys are, yeah.
You're awesome as well. And like I said, she looks into your stuff and your pictures and your work, and she says, wow, she's really a great person, and she's excited to meet you as well. I know Jewel's kicking herself in the rear end right now, not being able to be a part of this, and we'll all link it up again. And like I said, the door is always open to welcome you with any project you got. If you have something big, say, hey, Jeff, this is pretty big. I want to promote it. We're going to bring you out here. And the next time you're in Maxim or if you're in Yo Show magazine, etc., we'll promote that too.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that because you have great reach. So, I hope to have a few fun things for you coming up.
Absolutely. And it wouldn't be a 300th episode without you. We asked certain people. There's a lot of people who's kind of like, oh, I didn't get the invite. And there are just certain people that move me through such a great length, and that is definitely you. Watching you just sit there with that big smile on your face, I could do it all night. And you even said, like, this is how great a PR person you are. You said, that's kind of an old picture of me. How about some new stuff? I'm like, okay. And I laid out the new stuff, and because it could be 20-year-old Sherry or Sherry right now, and it's always beautiful. It's always a presence.
Thank you. You're very kind.
Absolutely. It is my pleasure. And Sherry Nelson, of course, like I said, Las Vegas and Canada. She's a great model, producer, you name it, co-host, great friend and family of our program. And I love you to death. I really do. I couldn't be more happy to be sitting here tonight with you. Any inspirational word for people out there maybe struggling to attack a goal?
Just look around, get out of the house, go for a walk, go to watch animals, birds, watch for anything. They got great instincts. They're comforting. They've got serenity. Just get out of your bubble if you're in a funk. And you know what? Like I say, if you're going to try something, don't tell anyone. Just do it. And then shock everyone that you did it and you succeeded, because everybody, you're already a champion. You're here. You beat everyone out to become a human being. So you know what? Life is a gift. So you got to treat every day like it is, because it is, and try anything.
It's terrific. And again, like I keep clicheing, but I'll keep doing it. You're a gift to me. You're fantastic. And I thank you so much for taking the time to be with us tonight. And keep an eye on the program, folks, because Sherry Nelson will be popping up a lot more. We absolutely adore you. Jason Rushman in the house, of course, he was a friend of the Happy Hour podcast. Big shout out to Ray Chase. And Sherry's been a part of that program as well. And he's kind of gotten off the podcast path, does producing, and I spoke to him about maybe coming on tonight, but I realized I really stuffed my guest list. But I love Ray. We hung out together. He's a big fan of yours. He said loved having you, and again, you've got that effect on people.
Well, I better go. If you got a lineup, I don't want to take up everyone's time. But
No, please. We're plenty of time. We're doing great here. But I will let you go. I'm going to try working on Jewel and playing some music here. And again, I thank you so much. Just a massive admirer, massive fan, and just love you to death. I thank you.
thank you. Thank you for having me, and I love everyone that's watching. Thank you.
All right, so before I let you go, Jewel's going to give it one more shot. If she pops on, we got to have you for another couple minutes. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, though. She keeps freezing, right? Oh, I know. It's just terrible.
I'll send her a note tonight.
Sounds good. Sherry, have a great night. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Sherry Nelson, everybody. And don't forget the round of applause on our 300th episode this evening. A lot of people were nice enough to take time out of their schedule to be here and pop on and kind of give us a thanks and pay tribute, etc. to us on our 300th episode. And, you know, Jewel's trying out him. I swear, man, it has been a bad night, and I've never in my life thought she was more upset than she is right now. And we joked around a couple nights ago when we talked about 300 because Jewel was under the weather, and then, you know, vacation stuff came up for her. And she's like, yeah, I guess 300 episodes is time to replace me. Never. I love Jewel. Jewel's here forever. And we joked around about retiring and say, maybe it's both time for us to hang this up. And my wife's like, what are you talking about? We're not hanging it up. You're stuck with me and Jewel for the rest of our lives. How about we play some music? Let's do it. A couple of these people were nice enough to come on the show earlier and say hello to us. It is the band known as Twist It. Twist It. Sorry, 2 words. Twist It. Faded is their latest. We're going to load that up right now. We're going to play some videos here. Twist It with Faded. This is the 300th episode of the Yo Show live on Tuesday night. We'll be back in a few minutes. It's 9:40, but we still got time. Beatrice Kimmel will be next from Impact PR. Stick around.
I
All right, the band is Twisted. The song is Faded, one of their brand new singles. One of our great friends here of the program. Jewel Tatey, it looks like it's close. Is this going to be it? We're finally going to get Jewel back. This has been a terrible evening for Jewel. God, we feel so awful. That does kick ass, though. Great song. This is like a big moment for Jewel. Big moment for us. She's still trying to get in. My deepest apologies. I'm not in a hurry to go anywhere. Waiting on Beatrice Kimmel, who will be next around in 5 minutes. But I want to give some thanks real quick. I got some banners ready for some thank yous. Of course, Josh Burden of Guilt. That was an awesome post. I thank you for that. And some of the people from the get-go. And, of course, a massive thank you goes out to our good friend J.D. Wolf, our #1 super friend and super fan, the guy who is Jewel, maybe? Joey, maybe? Let's try it. You're on mute.
Come
all
off
right.
mute. Come on. Try.
How we doing? And she froze again. We're not going to get away. It's amazing with this program while we watch, and we got the little still frame of little Joey.
No.
How she has grown through the years of this show, through 300 episodes. We kind of have you, like little in and out. The 300 episodes are always going to be known for the moment that Jewel finally destroys her computer. It's a nice smile. Jewel's smiling. Joey's got the look on her face like, what in the world is going on? But anyway, good evening, Joey. Thank you for joining us. I was certainly hoping to see you for our 300th episode. Your mother's having a very... Somebody go reset Jules' router. Thank you. The circus artist in the house. Tony, to reset your router. These guys, I can hear you. You're still kind of frozen. Right? I didn't hear my... No, I can hear you. You can't hear me?
Maybe so.
Oh. Big shout out to the circus arts, by the way. We can hear you. We can hear you. We do get those bits and pieces. We can hear you. My wife said the circus arts are her band. Of course, she is part of the Action Defining. She's also wearing an awesome The Galaxy Has Eyes t-shirt. Seems Joel's a crappy internet connection. Let's bring my wife in here because there's her Galaxy. She said she wanted to do a toast. Let's get a toast out here from the wife. Here, you can drink this. Oh, well, never mind. That's empty too.
We'll share.
We'll share. Okay, so my wife didn't want to drink from my slobbery bottle. Now she will. She'll say cheers. Cheers to 300 from my lovely and supporting wife. J.D. Wolf, of course, in the house. Says, Kat, say hi.
Hi, JD.
Perfect. I made my wife such a big fan of this music scene as well. And that's important to me. Like when I started this thing, and the circus arts said the queen. Yes, the queen of the castle. Right? Absolutely. And when I started this, and she even said, she said, you know, you and Jewel got together and started getting together with Adam Kovic says hello as well. Boy, we lost her that fast, but thank you, Adam. And when I started doing the thing and going to Orlando shows and all that, and, you know, Cass said, let me, you know, check some out. Well, I was always okay going by myself. I didn't prefer it. But she started getting into it. And she loves it and has such a great time with it. And Jewel has a great time when she comes out to it. And it's just amazing. It's one of the things that we've grown to love and do. And Red, little did she know indeed what she would be involved with. One thing about 300 episodes is that you always need... Yeah, you're still... Well, I don't know if they're still on, but she wants to show everybody her Circus Arts banner that they made personally for her. Hi, Cassie, the Yo Show rocks. Circus Arts, great picture. Great work, guys. My wife is a diehard fan and actually discovered the band herself down at Dobbs. We all got together. Congratulations from the dudes at Bryn Athens. Thank you, gentlemen. Congratulations on 300. We definitely appreciate that. JD also says the queen. Yes, she is. Jewel, how we doing? Going to try Jewel one more time. You're still muted.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely. And
what a nightmare.
I'm glad you're here. You're freezing a little bit, but you're here just in time because, as I said, going through 300 episodes of programming, you need to have great guests. And I always joke around about saying we're undefeated, we're 300-0, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And we find some of them on our own, the local bands, we email them. And then you have awesome people in the public relations field who find you outstanding talent. And they bring them to you through email and say, how about this one and that one? And there's never a no because you always know they're going to be great. This woman coming up next is the Power, a PR wizard. She is the president of Impact PR and just a super person who's brought us so many great acts. She's stuck with us through thick and thin through all 300. Let's give up right now for Miss Beatrice Kimmel in the house. Beatrice, good evening.
Hi guys, how are you?
I am terrific, and thank you so much for being a part of this. I'm going to let you know right off the bat that Jules' internet has been very sluggish all night. You may not get a lot of Jewel, but you know I am definitely here to kiss your ass 100%.
Well, I appreciate the ass kissing. Either side is fine. Unintended. But no, congratulations on 300. That's amazing.
Thank you very much. And I say it and I mean it very much. Yeah, a lot of people say, oh, you guys do all the homework, the hard work. Granted. But people like you who have taken, I don't say under our wing, but you've taken a confidence in us to send us your awesome clients. Your list is amazing. You always have classy people come on and gifted people. I got to think back, and if you don't know the right answer, that's okay. How did we first meet? How did we first get into this? Because it's been incredible, and it's like I feel like I've known you my entire life.
I know. I was actually trying to think of that myself as I was waiting in the green room, so to speak. I don't know if you reached out to me initially or somebody referred me to you. I kind of think it was the latter. I've been doing PR for 17 years now, and I'm always running. You know, people are always referring me, so and so, whatever. I work with other publicists, and I think your name came up. I think you guys were just starting. I mean, this was like what 10 years ago, or I don't know how long ago it was.
God, we've been doing this about 7+ years. So yeah,
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, so that would have been 2017 thereabouts, and I think you guys were just getting it going, and I just reached out to you, and it was like an instant click, and we just kept going. I mean, how many of our like artists that I've sent you? I can't even remember.
Yeah, I tried to count it. I'm like, this is just not going to happen. We're just going to come and have fun with it because. And you're always very attentive to us and send us a few at a time. And sometimes, like I said, scheduling gets to be a little sloppy. Sometimes work keeps me late, and I always apologize. I hate saying no to you. It's happened, I think, once or twice. But you're always so kind. And the fact is, not only did you send us somebody, the first person you sent us, you watched them, and you came back with people. So, wow.
Yeah. I mean, the relationship is mutually beneficial. I mean, you've always given really great interviews. You and Jewel are just, you're so supportive, but also a lot about music in general, of different genres and bands and whatnot. So you always give like very insightful interviews, really good questions. The artists really love talking to you guys, and it's always been a really, satisfying experience for each client, that's come through your Zoom camera. But I would love to, we just haven't done it in person. I think that would be the next level, right? I would someday love to come to Philadelphia and maybe have a couple artists, come into studio with you.
That'd be awesome. We definitely try. And there's like local bars and local clubs with back rooms and upstairs and all that. Like, hey, bring it, man. Bring an audience. Bring some talent. Let's just sit here and watch you do it. I'm like, thanks. So scary.
I mean, you guys definitely have upped your game. I mean, because you're getting harder and harder to read.
Yeah. It has been. And like,
it's starting to be like, what is this, Rolling Stone over here? I can't get a response. But no, you've always been very gracious, and yeah, like you said, you always eventually make it happen. And so I so appreciate your support and interest in all of the artists that I've sent your way.
Thank you. And you are amazing at your job as well because you represent them well. Tell some people who might be new to this watching for the first time and where the hell you've been. But now let's kind of familiarize, like you got this amazing company, Impact Media. How did you get into the public relations business and how much of a grind is it? It's got to be difficult.
Yes, I kind of fell into it by accident. It wasn't like I trained and had this aspirations of being a publicist. I'd been a musician, had a music degree. I came to New York, got another degree in arts administration. Fast forward, I was looking for a job, and I just happened to find it on a job for a music management company looking for a publicist. I applied, and I kind of like, I got the job a week later, and I basically trained myself as I was going. And it just kind of took off from there. I had, some very good clients that were pretty, well known. Josh Kelly was one of my first clients who had a big hit in 2005. And so I was able to kind of slowly build a network from there. But yeah, and then I literally started my first company, Absolute Pitch PR, like about a few months later. I started, building clients myself. And that was a grind because it was not only doing the publicity part, still kind of learning the ropes, but also running a business and,
Sure.
having to get clients and that sort of thing. So that was definitely a hard first few years. And now it's, 17 years later.
Wow.
I had joined another company for about 11 years, and now I'm back to my own company, Impact Media, which I just recently rebranded. So
Congratulations on it too. It's absolutely amazing. The thing that people don't see is your daily grind, because you're also a mother and a wife and a person outside of making other people look great. You have to also make yourself look great. How do you go around the daily grind? Because you got to work that in with promoting other people.
Well, I have to say, when the pandemic hit, that's when I had Coco, my daughter, in 2020. And because we all had to stay home, that kind of made it easier in that I didn't have to go to work. I didn't have to, get a babysitter and do all that scheduling and juggling. I could work from home. And so that cut out, a good 3 hours of commuting time I didn't have to do. And, I'm able to flex my hours pretty well around, sometimes I'm working at midnight, to catch them on emails. Or I get up super early to send out pitches or whatever. I'm able to really flex my time. So that in being able to work from home has really been very helpful. But yeah, it's a lot of just prioritizing, making lists. I try different organizational systems.
Yeah.
I think I've landed on one that works really well for me. And now that my daughter's growing up, she's now in pre-K. She's going into pre-K in the fall. So,
Came fast.
I know. And so, that's a chunk of time I can really kind of power through and try to do as much work as possible. But yeah, it's just kind of, it's literally, it's a challenge every day. Like trying to also, go to yoga, go to the gym, have some sort of social life. Really literally for like 3 years or so is me, my husband, and my daughter for a while there.
Yeah.
But,
all in the house.
I'm slowly venturing out back into the city. I actually have a lunch with a blogger in New York City on Thursday. So yeah, just try to do what I can day to day.
They're very cool. And I want to give this shout out from Jewel with her technical difficulties. She said, thank you so much, Beatrice. You've been such a big part of our journey. We appreciate your support. We have always been gracious to you've also been gracious to us. We appreciate you so much. And of course, a lot of love. And she apologized for the technical difficulty. Jewel's a massive fan. And from day one, she said, I love this woman. I love her approach and the way she handled it, and the talent you brought has been amazing. She's very disappointed in her technical difficulty tonight. She's not feeling all that great about it, but
I know.
We appreciate
technical. Well, I actually had earphones on. I wasn't sure. I remember with some StreamYards, you have to use earphones or whatever, but they ended up not working, so I had to pull them out like literally right before I saw you. But no, Jewel, thank you so much. I saw a little bit of the show when you were struggling with the technical stuff, and yeah, you both of you have been just so wonderful, and you know, I just love that both of you, you know, kind of balance each other, you know, kind of a yin and yang,
Yes.
and your styles and, you know, personalities. And so my question is, how did you guys meet? How did you guys get together and end up doing this show?
It was pretty wild. You know, I was dating my wife, and Jules, my side piece girlfriend. And no, I'm kidding. I actually said when we went
could be possible. So
we took a short break years back in moving from here to like an actual studio, and I joked around. I'm like, you know, we had to take a break. I got Jewel pregnant. My wife's like, that is not funny, and I'm like, and Jewel's like, that is not funny. I'm like, okay, that joke is in the trash. But it was pretty wild. So I've had a friend of many years, this girl Chrissy, who I've been friends with for forever, and I started looking for a female co-host when I was given the reins of this show. It used to be somebody else's. It was called The Stoop. He passed it on. I made it to Yo Show on a Philly Touch, and I went looking for a female. This girl, Chrissy, said my boyfriend's sister is perfect. She's a communications degree from Penn State. She's an intern at a radio station. She loves this kind of stuff. And I met her. We got together, my wife and her, met her. We had dinner. We went singing karaoke. That's when I know when you can do karaoke with somebody, you know they're part of your life for good. And that was it. And I always use that phrase, yin to my yang, and that's been it, man. It's been glorious ever since. My wife loves her, my friends love her, and vice versa. She's a gem.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I remember you guys were transitioning right when I met you. You said it was a sports show originally, and you had a broad audience, and you were focusing now on music. So wow, that's really amazing. And the fact that, I mean, you've obviously grown so much in the past 7 years. That's no small feat. I stuck my toe in the podcast pool for a little bit, and it's tough. It's tough because you gotta do it. You gotta show up every week or whatever it is, twice a week, and make it happen. And then you've got technical difficulties sometimes, and you've got life sometimes.
Yeah, amen.
Yeah. So kudos to you for making that schedule work.
Thank you. It means everything coming from you. It really does, because you're such a great professional. And like I said, we're lucky. We're definitely lucky, people like you, to have people like you in our corner. Let's talk about something you wanted to mention. You talk about meeting a blogger in town. You have a new blog coming out, growingbetter.co, not .com, growingbetter.co. And it's important. And tell us a little something about that, because blogging is something I was always intrigued in doing, to really speak my mind. But I'm also not a really speak my mind person, despite what you see here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would find that very hard to believe, but no. And this was something I wanted to start a blog. I was originally I was thinking, well, podcast, but then I thought, well, blog would be easier because I could do it whenever I could, just write it and
Makes
then
sense.
post it when I can. And I'm struggling to do that now, if you've checked it out, because I haven't posted in 3 weeks. But I will get on it this week. But no, I wanted to start something that was, helpful for when my daughter came into the world. I wanted to leave something for her that kind of help her through my mistakes, through, the lessons I learned along, my path as I'm getting older. And I don't know, I somehow thought about this like 4 years ago, and I wrote it down, luckily, because the idea would have been completely lost. And I just thought of the phrase growing better instead of growing older. I want to grow better.
I like
You know, I don't want to just start going down the hill. You know what I mean? It's
Sure.
just like, oh, I used to be able to do that. I used to do this. And, you know, I know my mindset is I can still grow. I can still learn. And hopefully I can, you know, help other people along the way. And I thought particularly women, one, because I'm a woman and I have a daughter, and, you know, and there's just so many, you know, there's so many things, so many lessons you can learn, but I figured let's target it to women. It just seems, you know, as a woman, I've learned so many different things, you know, like when I've, you know, growing up in suburban Maryland and then completely transplanting to New York City, and you know, all the challenges that came with. I was married and divorced and married again, and you know, now I'm a mom kind of later in life. So it's just like there's all these things along the way, and I wanted to impart that wisdom where I could. And I like to write too. Writing happens to be one of my passions since I was a very little girl. And I enjoy doing that. And so I just wanted to be, you know, short little things of wisdom, and it focuses on other women. Like I have quotes from famous women like Oprah Winfrey, you know, Serena Williams, you know, people like that, and kind of our society that have learned the same lessons, have learned similar lessons. So it's really something, you know, just a labor of love. And, you know, definitely check it out. And it's .co because they wanted $5,000 for the .com. So
wow. Oh man.
Yeah. So that was a little too steep for me at this point. So I thought .co is fine.
Us poor growing artists and the finances that it takes, and tell.
Exactly.
How about, if you can, now it might be a little trade secret, but let's say there's somebody in this audience right now that wants to be a bigger star and wants to get promoted and make the next step. A little piece of advice you would give to somebody who approached you and said, "Hey, promote me."
Well, that's a very loaded question. It's a matter of a lot of things. It matters where they are at this point. You know, what have they done? How much of an audience have they already built at this point? Are you starting from 0 followers, or do you have, you know, 5,000 followers? Because it makes a big difference where your expectations can be. And you know, I've worked, hundreds of artists, from major labels to indie artists, and it always has to matter with one, is the product there? Is there something to talk about that's new, that's timely? Like you didn't release the album 2 years ago. You know, it's something that's coming out that's new. Is it also something that's, you know, of the times? You know, if you're releasing an album about women empowerment, you know, releasing it during Women's History Month would be really apropos. So, or a Christmas song during the holiday seasons, that sort of thing. So, there's all kinds of variables, but it's really about my initial conversation with every new potential client is like, what are your expectations? What are your goals? Where do you want to be? What do you want to focus on? And, you know, what are the, you know, like the things I just talked about, you know, is it an album? Is it a video? Are you selling a book? You know, what is it exactly? And what do you bring to the table that people are going to want to talk about? So it's just really kind of having a really deep conversation and being really honest. I try to be as transparent as possible. I don't overpromise. If anything, I try to underpromise and say, well, we'll see. But this is, you know, there's the relationships I have. These are the potential results I can produce that I produce for other clients, that sort of thing. So without getting too much in the technical jargon, it's really about setting expectations and really working closely with that client if they choose to work with me, because it's, you know, the artist has to work continue to work hard, rather as opposed to, hey, I'm going to just sit in my apartment and do nothing, make me famous. That doesn't work at all. They have to be out there promoting themselves, posting on social media, performing, connecting with fans, that sort of thing.
Right. And keep in mind, not everybody's going to be a Hawk Tour girl. Everybody's got to go out and do the grind. She got lucky. God bless her. But yeah, you got to go out and do the grind. Do you think, because in your profession, like I said, you've always come off to us as just the sweetest person, that upfront and forward angel. You got to be tough sometimes in your profession.
Oh, yeah.
Are you good at being tough? It seems like you know how to handle your business. Are you good at being tough?
I am. I think I'm good at being, it's almost like, the funny thing is, I've been accused of being too nice, but those are people that don't really know me very well.
I'm writing this down.
Well, just ask my husband. No. I try to be a mix of both. And that was probably one of the lessons I'm going to put in my blog, is how to strike that balance. Because especially when you're in business.
Yes.
And, and sometimes people don't give you a fair shake, or, they try to pull a wool over your eyes, that sort of thing. It's like, you got to call them out. It's really about, being objective as possible. And trying to, not be emotional. So that's been my struggle. It's all of a sudden like, the rage comes out, or, frustration. I mean, I'm a terrible liar. That's why I have to be honest, because you can see it right away. It's like right
sure.
there on my
That's
face.
me. Yeah.
So if I'm unhappy or, not comfortable with something, I just say it right away, and just let the chips fall where they may. But yeah, I mean, I've had to be a hard boss, I've had to fire people, that sort of thing. But I'm a very fair boss. I've had, dozens, if not, probably over 100 people that interned for me, over the years. And, they always loved, being under, learning from me.
Sure.
Because I think I'm also a very good teacher. I like helping people, and, I try to be, I guess I'm good at being, tough, but in a kind way.
Fair but firm, I think, is that phrase that you hear used a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that makes sense. It works. Definitely works. We look forward, of course, to many more of your guests and sharing the emails. And even if we can't get guests, just bringing you back again and talking. And we have a blast. And like I said, Jewel's been messing me all night. She's just in a bad way because she couldn't make it tonight. And of course, a lot of people that she loves. And like I said, she adores you, and wanted to make sure I shared that message. And I thank you so much for being a part of not just the 300th, but many of the 300 leading up to that. And everybody you bring to us, you're a godsend, and we just absolutely love you here on the show. We consider you family as well as friend. We hope that's okay with you. And here's to many more years, many more shows, and many more people. Of course, don't forget, everybody, the blog is growingbetter.co. The website is impactmedia.com. And of course, that's EMPKTmedia.com. And did get that right? Impact, yes, absolutely.
Okay,
I want to double check. All right, I want to double check. I thought I spelled it right, and now I'm looking like, did you get it right? Because, I get so damn excited to type things out. But and also a killer name. You make the impact on a lot of people, and the show business people. Like I said, it shows in your clients because we're all world class. They come off as great people. They speak well. They know the boundaries and learn what we do here, and we learn them, vice versa. So you're doing a perfect job.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. And yes, here's to many more years of working together and your success with your podcast.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations again.
Thank you. Beatrice, we're going to let you go. And of course, like I said, we'll be in touch very soon because we talk a lot. And I love that. I love getting a Beatrice email. Like, let's see what's going on. Let's see what we got. And I go right to the great press work, and I get to love the people that come. So real soon. Have a great
you.
evening. Thank you for everything, and
Thank
hugs
you.
and kisses to your
Mwah.
family, and
Yes.
thank them for letting us borrow you so late at night. I know it's getting late. I was trying to cram people in. I'm like, oh my god.
They're right back in there. They're playing right now. So, but yes, and thanks to you, both of you and Jewel, and yeah, we'll see you soon.
Absolutely, could not have done it without you. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Thank you. You too.
Beatrice Kimmel, everybody from Impact Media. Again, one more time. Don't forget down the bottom, it's running Impact PR. The new blog is growingbetter.co, and the website is impactmedia.com, EMPKTmedia.com. Get to check out the great clients and the great work of Impact PR. Have a great night, Beatrice. Thank you so much.
You too.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
What a great night this has been. I put her back in. I just love doing this tonight, and I love how we had a great lineup of people. I do want to just take a second and do this because I know that Jewel is really having a hard time tonight dealing with the technical difficulty. And it's happened. It happens here, and I know it's getting the best of her. And I'm going to stare right dead into this camera and tell you one thing. What we do here is more than just a show. More than just they're doing a podcast because they're trying to get famous. Or they're doing a podcast because they think they should talk about this and that. Really, it's not about that. And as we get to 300, I tell you that Jewel and I constantly talk about how this makes our week. This is the moment that we wait for, the moment of the week that we really bear down for and get ready for. She's definitely become, as Beatrice said, the yin to my yang. We definitely have grown here. I've put ideas out there. There's been no's. There's things you've never heard or seen that just don't make it this way because we, as a group, don't think it'll work. We joke around about a lot of stuff. We kick around a lot of ideas. We kick around guests. The door is open for either one of us to bring guests in. And I always trust her music taste. I always trust her guest taste. I trust her with my life. Spending time with her when we get to actually get together is some of the greatest moments because you learn this person as just a magic person that she is. Great part of my life. So my wife loves her. My friends love her. I know I'm saying it over and over again, but I can't say it enough. Tonight was a big night. She knows it. She's aching right now with the stuff that's going wrong. She got stuck working late. Wasn't the best situation. But you're out there. I know you're out there. Cheers to 300. Cheers, you got close to 7 years. And we just keep going. I do. I love you, too. My sister from another mister and my amazing co-hostess with the mostest, and everything about you was wonderful. Everything we do here is wonderful. Like I said the other night, I'm not getting rid of you. I love you. I do. We have built such a great thing here, and the friendships are just incredible. Cheers, you. We will celebrate soon. We will celebrate soon with Christmas in July, the key concert series on July 19th. I want to play a couple of videos, a couple more. We got some videos lined up here. And this one goes out to Jewel. Don't move, because this one is for you. When Jewel first started saying the Philly sound and bringing bands, this was a band and this was a song that kind of really led me believe that we're going to kick this thing off right. The band is Molly Rhythm. The song is Right Meow. And I 110% dedicate this to the co-hostess with the mostest, the sister from another mister, the most beautiful face in podcast, webcast, broadcast, simulcast, etc. My girl, Jewel Tatey. This one is for you. Molly Rhythm, Right Meow. Tuesday night, the 300th episode of the Leo Show live. We'll be back in a few minutes. Yes, we're running late tonight. I don't care. Stick around.
You can catch me in the kitchen cleaning dishes altruistically. Drop me off a bicycle or give it to a kid for free. Sneaking through your yard or leaving gardens. I don't drive a car. Pardon me for starters, but we'll party and lick Mars hard. Reading the ingredients. They be saying, look how green she is. I'm vegan and I'm showing up in Jesus fish. I know there ain't an afterlife. Flipping off the passageway. That Bible spreading lies. We should burn it in a sacrifice. Here is your permission to go trotting off the deep end. Just as long as you admit it, you outweigh the submissive. Yes, sometimes
Dedicated to our co-hosts with the most, the sister from another Mr. The Amazing Jewel Teddy, right? Meow, Molly Rhythm, one of the very first bands that we were able to locate and bring on our program. I got news for you. It's 10:22, and I mentioned about going to 11 o'clock. We got a lot of videos that we did not play, and I want to play them while we get this opportunity because a lot of great bands have been part of what we do. And I'm going to fire one right back up right now. Our longtime good friend, Mr. Mike Nappy. That's right. Mike Nappy, one of the coolest dudes around. This is his song, Broke, performed live from the late, great Grape Room, a Philadelphia icon. Why not play it? We're going to do it right here. Yo Show's 300 episode. We're going to close out with a lot of videos, man, because we got a lot lined up. Let's start out with Broke by Mike Nappy. Back in 4 minutes. The 300th episode of the Yo Show live.
Can anyone relate? Maybe you bought weed for money you should have paid the electric with. Did you ever worry if your lights are gonna get turned off? Cause I have. Did you ever get your lights turned off? Cause I have. And that's what this is about. But broke is only a state of mind. And it goes like this. I said I'm broke, but there is no reason why I can't be rich. I'm wealthier every time when I'm counting when I give. I'm broke, but there is no reason why I can't be rich. How much already money get the definition of it? Rich is loving how I live. I don't ever think there was a day when I was dreaming of what I could be. I didn't wonder where I could be. If I had a little money, could I take it or appreciate it? Did somebody ever give me something for free? I can't go far. Can't afford the parts in my car that need to jump the start these parts. Every time I walk into these art, it's hard to feel so pathetic. So pathetic. I hope to get it down once I'm getting to it. But the legend, it's up to me to go on and perfect it. Keep chasing my dreams until I forget it. Up to my knees and they bills in my critic. I'm too embarrassed to live in my debt. And is this what I leave behind when I ain't dead? Well, I've been remembered for all of these stresses. I don't complain. I'm addicted to fixing it all in my brain. I go insane with all of the pain. Dissolve into all I have gained. All I have missed is material shit. It may be funny to grip, filming and skip, but for me this is it. My last brand new pair of kicks. 2006, money I got none. Fumble I got tons. Once I'm not strung like a dummy with not tongue. Tied up doing not fun work that does not fund me. For jerks that would not come to my show cause I'm not one. But I quit it all to recognize the work I gotta put in if I wanna be an icon. I don't need riches. Broke, but there is no reason why I can't be rich. I'm wealthier every time when I'm counting when I give. I'm broke, but there is no reason why I can't be rich. I'm rich already, money, get the definition of it. Rich is loving how I live. I never seen a Bugatti. I can't spell Ducati. I never bought a round of drinks for everybody. Damn, I never been on a yacht or canoes, all I can afford. I googled who is Tom when I heard about Tom Ford. Cause I'm poor, time on the floor. I pick it up and say to myself, 9 more to $1. There's only so many ways. Actually, it's 293 because I bought so many things with change. Like I said, weed, bills, gasoline, and well, milk, bread, cheese. If you know the chain, I was counting pennies right on the counter with a line of people behind me. It takes an hour. Every month's the same stuff. Choosing who I can pay up. I've been working every day for years and still I ain't made much. Say, don't make enough. Late, don't give a fuck. Say, I'm living rough, but I ain't manifesting everything I ever wished for. Broke, but there is no reason why I can't be rich. Wealthier every time when I'm counting when I give. I'm broke, but there is no reason why I can't be rich. I'm rich already, money, get the definition of it. Rich is loving how I live. Whoa, it's only a state of mind, but it ain't no state in mind. Whoa, it's only a state of mind. You get it? But it ain't no state in mind. Whoa, it's only a state of mind. But it ain't no state in mind. Whoa, it's only a state of mind. I'm broke, but there is no reason why I can't be rich. I'm wealthier every time when I'm counting when I give. I'm broke, but there is no reason why I can't be rich. I'm much already, money ain't the definition of it. Rich is loving how I live. Thank you, Great Bro. Hell yeah. yeah!
All right, Mike Nappy, great friend of the show. Broke is the song, live from the former legendary Grape Room. We still have some more videos to play, but there's still some thank yous too. I want to give a very special thank you, of course, to some of our great friends. Impact PR, of course, Core PR, Cat's Public Relations, of course, everybody that does great PR work, bringing us great artists. Elena Brokus, and of course the Future Stars shows and Elena Brokus Promotions for some of the great bands that you've allowed me to be a part of and grow and to learn to bring here and bring to the Fuge. And of course, allowing me to MC some of your great shows. The team at SRR Promotion, we mentioned them earlier. John Simons, of course, Stu, Malcolm, and Donna, and Kim, and Phyllis. Of course, we love you all. We thank you so very much for all your work and all your effort in letting us be part of what you do with the Key Concert Series, of course. The Fuge, thank you. Sweeney's Philly, a place that's been a big music home to us for many years. We thank you for everything you've done. The new dudes in the scene, Light and Sound Productions, we thank you. And we look forward to more stuff from you in the very near future. We gave big thanks. Why not again? JD Wolf, our #1 super fan. Love you, dude. Glad we got to meet up. And some thanks for the OGs, people from the beginning, who when we first got into this kind of embraced us, maybe taught us some things, stroked our ego, telling us how wonderful we do this. The OGs, the Indie Pods, and of course Indie Pod United, and of course the awesome people who have been my support system, Maria Daniels, Tina Celine, who was a guest co-host on the program the other week, Jeff Revilla, of course, Jeff Revilla, make sure I say his name right, who has an awesome live podcast studio out in the Pittsburgh area that people could actually come, see, and watch a show done live. Awesome. Jeff Dwoskin, of course, and the Classic Conversations, an awesome guy as well. And a special thanks to my man Ray Chase and Happy Hour Podcast and Happy Hour Productions. Me and Ray linked up. Ray allowed me to be part of his show for a while as a guest co-host. Great stuff. He's turned me on to more PR groups, and he does a great job. Ray's a great guy. We've hung out. Great. Murphy's Bar and Grill. I want to forget a shout out to Murphy's Bar and Grill. They let us have our first ever live appearance podcast we did when the Eagles went to the Super Bowl. We did their Wing Bowl show. It was absolutely incredible. We had such a great time with that. We want to, of course, thank them so very much. And we're talking about things in the future, and we love finding places to bring events. And, of course, a massive thanks to every friend, family, fan, person who watches, believes, who shows us love at events and in person. Thank you to everybody who puts the talent out there and has our back and has our side and has everything. A good word in your mouth when we're not in the room, it means a hell of a lot. And if you think I'm done with tonight, I'm not. Jewel Tatey wouldn't let me let it end this way. We're going to play more videos. We're going to present one to you right now. And this is our good friends at... Oh, it's tough. Where do we go next? Let's go to these guys, because they've been posting all night and getting in the room and saying great stuff. The Circus Arts. My wife calls them her band. Maybe so. Well, first I got to get I got to share it first, because if not, I won't be able to get it onto the screen. Present. Oh, that's 6th Century. All right. Hang on there. There it is. Share it. Here it comes. Let's do some Circus Arts. Let's do This Old Coat, one of the sensational songs from a sensational band. Like I said, they're coming to Constadters. They're going to be playing live in September. Got to make sure you come see them. This Old Coat is a dandy. We're going to play it right now here on the 300th Yo Show. We'll be back shortly.
Spent a lot of time loving and
Oh, yeah.
People will come and people will go, that's for sure. Just remember that this old coat never lets me down. This old coat keeps me warm when you're not around. This old coat never lets me down. This old coat is the best thing I ever found. This old coat never lets me down. This old coat is the best thing I ever found. This old coat never lets me down. This old coat keeps me warm when you're not around. This old coat never lets me down. This old coat is the best thing I ever found. This old coat never lets me down. This old coat keeps me warm when you're not around. This old coat is the best thing I ever found.
All right, 300th episode tonight of the Yo Show, Circus Horse, and This Old Coat, one of our favorite bands, a lot of our favorite bands in the area, and some great people popping in with some great comments. We thank them very much. Heart and soul people like my man John Simons, thank you, brother. Absolutely thank you, brother, for your great work and being on the same page and allowing me to work with you, alongside you and your family. Steve Higgins, of course, for Twisted. We love them to death, and love me some Circus Hearts. Yep, good friends with them as well. And Jojo, the drummer, and of course Chris, our good friend, has just been keeping up with everything, man. We love you for it. We can't wait to see you guys live again. Some of the great people from SRR and the Key Concert Series. Want to remind everybody, if you're watching live or you watch recorded, watch this later, whatever it is, do not forget to get yourself to the Fuge. The banner's a little small, but don't worry about it. It is the next Key Concert Series show. It is a Christmas in July. And there it is, right there. Key Concert Series number 6, Christmas in July, Friday night, July 19th. That's coming up. Oh, yeah, that sure is. 4 awesome bands, Swing and a Miss, Who in the Room, the Grimjacks, and White Wolf. Tickets online right now, keyconcertseries.ticketleap.com. Just $15 online, $20 at the door. But don't forget, we're also doing a food drive this time around, kind of a Christmas spirit thing. The great band White Wolf said, hey, let's collect some food for charities and shelters, etc. So bring some canned goods, some cereals, etc. Another reason to come out, a great reason to come out. Tell your friends. Join the charitable movement. See 4 great bands. Get the network and market with awesome people. See me and my great family of music people. And come hang out for an awesome show and an awesome venue. The Fuse is a great place for concerts. Tranquility Brewing, of course, supplies the food and drink for sale at these events. It's an all-ages show. Of course, you must be 21 or over to drink. Please drink responsibly. But all ages are welcome. Come on out. Bring the whole family. Let's get back to some Philly music. The Fuse Key Concert Series coming up again. Christmas in July, Friday, July 19th. No reason to not be there. No reason at all to not be there. I'll be there. I got my suit ready. I'm wearing a dandy. Let's talk about who's coming up on the Yo Show, because we do have a lot of people. We can't just always just keep doing 300 episodes. So coming up, of course, tonight, the 300th, we thank you for everybody that tuned in. Next week on the program, we come back July 16th, episode 301, and the awesome local band who's scorching hot right now, Lady White Rat, will be our guest. July 23rd, the super musician himself, Mr. Kobe Reese. July 30th, a great local band, the Rock Hard Lives Lost. We love them. August 6th, I'm super excited for this. The power and the brains behind iRock Radio, the one and only Mr. Jay Hunter. Looking very forward to speaking with Jay about iRock Radio. August 13th, we have the Cougar of Comedy. The super funny and super cool Jilly Real will be on the program. Had some nice conversations with her. She is definitely cool. But we're not done there. We've actually gotten a few more that have been announced since August 20th. Great band out of New Jersey, Wasted Potential. Another one of them great young local artists, original bands, Wasted Potential, August 20th. August 27th, another great hard rocking band, the Dudes and Lady from Breaker. Breaker will be in the program on the 27th. And September 3rd, just booked. That's right. Tuesday, September 3rd, Fragmented, an awesome rock band who's part of the Key Concert Series. We love those dudes, and they will be on the program September 3rd. So again, coming up next week on the program, Lady White Rat, July 23rd, Kobe Reese. July 30th is Lives Lost. August 6th is iRock Radio's Jay Hunter. August 13th, the Cougar of Comedy, Jilly Real. August 20th, Wasted Potential. August 27th, Breaker. And September 3rd, Fragmented. Don't forget, we also do the Yo 2.0, our Wednesday night version, tomorrow night. Josh Houseknecht and Burden of Guilt. We'll be talking about his brand new album. We'll be talking about his performance this past weekend at Sweeney's. Definitely look forward to that. It should be great. Fragmented did indeed rock the house at the Key Concert Series. It's probably the hardest band we went to because, metal sometimes, it's a little different. And they were awesome. They were absolutely awesome. White. What did I say wrong? Oops, did I miss something? Anyway, they really did. They crushed it at the Key Concert Series at the Fuge. And so many great bands are being mentioned out there, like I said, Circus Hearts and Fragment and Lady White Rat, and just so many awesome, the Grim Jacks and Twisted, and a band we're going to play right here because I love these dudes too. It's 10:41. I said we go to 11. Let's crank out. Don't forget White Cross. Thank you, John Simon. White Cross, the awesome Christian rock band, will be making their way to the Fuse in October. And that's massive because this is a national known band with just an amazing following. And they're going to be making their way to the Fuse as well. We're very excited for White Cross. That is going to be a massive, massive show. So, yeah, we got that going on. Don't be sorry, dude. It's absolutely awesome. Few more, play a couple more videos. How about it? Let's keep celebrating these great bands. We played some great ones so far. How about this one? International. Did I say national? International. God, man, I'm hop in here. Let's play a little something from Milo Sky. How about The Warning? And the thing I love about that picture looks like it was at the Fuge for their performance at the Fuge for my birthday. Yeah, I just say birthday on purpose. Let's play it here. Milo Sky, The Warning. We got a couple more videos lined up before we go home tonight. Because a couple people we absolutely have to get on here. Let's play this one. 3 minutes, 37 seconds. We'll be back here. 300th episode of The Yo Show. Milo Sky's The Warning. We'll be right back.
But yeah, I could have gone. Now it's only just my problem. 10 fingers wrapped around me now. You know everybody's got Gonna take a knife and find myself. Gonna take a ride, gonna take a ride, gonna take a ride. Take a ride, take a ride, take a ride now. Take a ride, take a ride, take a ride now. Take a ride, take a ride, take a ride now. Take a ride, take a ride, take a ride now.
Brian.
Also, Milo Sky with the warning. I'm going to keep rolling on as we're getting a little tight here because a lot of bands still deserve the spotlight. How about a band who has been great friends with me? They let me sing on stage. They used me as one of the extras in their video. How about a band that's getting hundreds of thousands of views on other videos? How about 6th Century and Gods of Our Own live on the 300th episode of the Yo Show? Keep an eye out for me. I'm in this bad boy. Let's check it out. We'll be right back. And got stuck there for a second. Get that out of there. Here we go. 6th Century, Gods of Our Own. Featuring me. Man, time's moving fast, but there's a couple people I got to pay homage to, of course. And one of the great local artists that became kind of a big deal. Moved herself out west, found a great band in Hollywood Gods and Monsters, and now found her new band, King Cherry. She also Miss Rachel Bello. Let's play King Cherry's new one, Cuckoo. Let's get it on here on the Yo Show's 300th. We'll be right back.
A killer on my trail. She got razor blades for fingernails. A killer on my trail. Love you, hate you, what do I do? Yeah, love you, hate you, what do I do when you snap and go? Cuckoo. Love you, hate you, what do I do? Yeah, love you, hate you. Love you, hate you. Love you, hate you. Love you, hate you, what do I do? Yeah.
Couple of amazing friends of the show and awesome talent. King Cherry is B. Jennings and Rachel Bello. We love them. We love their new stuff. Cuckoo. 10:53. Time for 2 more videos? Of course. We got time for 2 more because we got to get these people on. Absolutely have to. These are our people. Let's get this one in here right now. These dudes are playing Friday night at the Red Rooster in Northeast Philadelphia. They are a super fun band. Very super talented. The trio known as Bryn Athen. This is Better Days here on the O Shows 300. We'll be right back.
Love
Better Days in Bryn Athens. That's it. Friday night at the Red Rooster. If you're in the area and you watch this show, come check them out. Awesome local band. Hoffman Rose, the brand new EP. Better Days is the awesome song. Got so many people to thank. I thank everybody for tuning into the program this evening and being here along the way in the 300th episode of the O Show and being here for 300 of them. We're going to run down the list of guests shortly before we call it a night. We got another song lined up, and I can't go through the evening without sharing our dudes from Strange Culture. And this is a band that we found. Again, thank you to Elena Brokus for introducing us to this band. The first time that Jewel got to an Atlanta show, she saw this band and said, this band is going to be special. And since then, they've been making some big moves and playing all over the state and opening for some big acts and becoming an incredible band. We're very proud of these guys. Of course, this is their one, Resistance. It's a great song, about 4 minutes and 22 seconds. We're going to play this one. We're going to come back. We're going to thank a ton of people. And then we're going to call it a night here on the 300th. Strange Culture, Resistance, right here. Check it out. The O Show's 300th episode, Tuesday night live. P.S. Jewel Tatey loves each and every one of you.
Never will I, in my right mind, give it to
All right, had to get one in from Strange Culture on the 300th episode of the Yo Show. Resistance is the tune. And man, just a great thank you to everybody tonight. And how about one more time? You want me to hit that list of scrolls of all the guests that have been on the program? Let's do it real quickly. Massive thank yous to Danielle Taylor and Sean Kanan, Madeline Zima, Tony Chen, the Glamskanks, Aaron Paul, Anson Williams, Taiwana Smith, Debbie Sherman, Molly Rhythm, Jessica Barth, Bart Chateau, Elizabeth Ho, love her, Jennifer Taylor, Overwinter, Tanya Seifert, Sagan Amory, Natalie Sharp, Sheena Powell, Josh Server, Hal Sparks, Bella Elise, Steve Howie, Alyssa Girills, Taylor Gale, now known as Gale, open for Pink. How about that? Cherish Lee, G-Rod, Phil Broussard, Ren Thomas, Julia Tablak, Jen Peg, Du Karan, The Dead South, Brianna James, Dreambox Mechanics, Tree Theater, Burt Ward, Kendra Erica, Brian Six, Erica Aleniak, Brandon Messon. Oh, we miss you, Brandon. Moore, Nina DiGregorio, John Fernandez, Emily Tate, Troy Bonacore, Bobby Brown, Brooke Lewis, Jahi Winston, Lisa Linky, Why Not Tony, Betsy Cox, Mark Zamaro, Strawberry Girls, The Mysteries, Matt LeGrand, Driftwood Soldier, Jenny Bruce, Shalaya Edmonds, Kim Cameron, Eileen Sherman, Grant Malloy Smith, Stacy K, Brian Faldudo, Mark Kingswood, Misha Johnson, Morrison, Kayomi Hawley, Kendra Black, Robert Canner, Chantel Albers, Rachel Kane, Tim Witherspoon Jr., Tim Johnson Jr., Stormy Maya, Namanjin, Betsy Russell, Ricky Rebel, Blake Lewis, Christina Chris, Jess Paul, Shalaya Nicole, Cuesta. Done? Nope. Harrison Barnes, Sepsis, Rachel Bello, Mike Skill, Connie Giordano, Mixie Demner, Taylor McIntosh, Bex, Morgan Konopelski, Liz Kitts, Boomer Mays, Sharon Leah, Dirty Honey, Maria Daniels, Elisa Mai, Helen Edwards, Susie Corey, New Moon Junction, Jamie Kennedy, Maxwell Stern, Moonroof, Nancy Vallon, Courtney Gross, Michael Brannigan, Bees, Tina Marie Celine, Lisa Orlando, Caitlin Rice, Austin Wood, Rachel Green, Jody Valentine, Robin Benedict, Michael Sequilla, Jessica Hillis, Angie Stevenson, Sherry Nelson, Andrew Blindner, Bree Taylor, Sasha Gordon, Allie Marshall, Donna DiGregorio, Adam and Park, Cliff Knots, Christina Lease, Brianna Dale, Harmony Smith, Emily Cipriano, Mike Nappy, Tiffany Mosher, Cocky Rocky, David D'Alessio, Deborah Driggs, Chrissy Poland, Lena Scissorhands. More? Sure. Dondi Allen, Ria Castronova, Laura Cheeto, Adam James, Wildfire, Chris Timbers, The Shavos, DK Lyons, Paula Chuck, Bong Hits for Jesus, Beatrice Kimmel, Dirty Soap, Lindsay Moppert, Moretta Moss, Robert Kerbeck, Rise on Belief, Erica Brayhill, Tanya Fritsch, Jexa, Barbara Blackthorn, Maggie Carlton, Iva, Jimmy Starr, Ron Russell, George Powell, Christy Miller, Nikki Stringfield, Jasmine Jordan, is there more? There sure is. Emily Blackbird, Shamari Love, Chris Northern, BA Sisters, Whole Damn Mess, Mac Brothers, Mojo Moji, Hollywood Gods and Monsters, Sydney Taylor, we love you, Savannah Lee, Sergio Michelle, Caitlin, Patricia Weiler, Meg Russell, Scoopski, Presley Tennant, Bella Kelly, Kimberly Guerrero, David Howard Thornton of Terrifier fame, Linda Steele, Victoria Fire, Drew Smith, Fallon Vendetta, Dane Lewis, Mike Mraz, Eric Bolton, Kate Boytek, Darnell Hicks, Pawn Shop Roses, Alex, Stormy Lee, Strange Culture, Modern Yesterday, Stealing Society, Rebecca Folsom, Timothy Dial, Sunrise Cries, Slaves to Humanity, Thunder Pets, Never Wake, Tulip, Mag Dillon, Modern Mimes, The Circus Hearts, Veronica Wiccan, Young Other, Keith and Joey, Sour Station, Bourbon House, Jessica Flux, Ray Chase, Twisted, Galaxy Has Eyes, J.C. Clark, 6th Century, Traverse the Abyss, Aaron Coburn, Ignescent, Bryn Athen, King Sherry, The Grimjacks, Burden of Guilt, Sucker Punch, Pine Creek Academy, Ezra Gray, Magali, Lauren Rosas, Milo Sky, Archist, Ronnie Shank, Malachi Gagnon, Vinland, Valerie Falls, and Harkin. Wow. Big thanks one more time to the team at Impact PR and Beatrice Kimmel, who's with us tonight. Core PR and the great artists they bring us. Cats Public Relations, Atlanta Brokers Promotions, of course, the incredible team at SRR Promotions, the Key Concert Series, The Fuse, Sweeney's, Philadelphia. Thank you to all you. Thank you to the original podcast gang that welcomed us into this great business. Maria Daniels and Tina Celine, Jeff Revilla, Jeff Waskin. Special thanks to my man Ray Chase and the Happy Hour Podcast and Happy Hour Productions. Murphy's Bar and Grill for bringing us into the first time ever live performance for Wing Bowl. And a thank you once again to every friend, family, fan, person who watches and believes, who shows us love at these events. And in person, we thank you, everyone. And thank you tonight to each and every person who came on the program. Troy Bonacore, of course, came out to me, said he ran late, apologized. We will get Troy on the program soon. He is sensational. We love you, Troy. 100%, dude. Things happen. Life happens. We understand. Big thanks to Eric from St. Rickets and Tom from chiming in. St. Rickets, we love you, dudes. Lydia Manson, huge thank you. Jessica Hillis, our most watched guest ever. The new movie, Couples Retreat Murder. Sherry Nelson, of course, who we adore. Beatrice Kimmel from Impact PR for coming on the program tonight. Thank you to all the music, the song list. We got the song list here. Thank you to Milo Sky for the warning. Twisted, which faded. Bryn Athens, Better Days. The Grimjacks Platform. The Circus Hearts in This Old Coat. Molly Rhythm with Rape Meow. 6 Centuries Gods of Our Own. King Cherry with Cuckoo. Mike Nappy with Broke. And Strange Culture with Resistance. A massive thank you to the world as we close out the 300th episode of the Yo Show. We're going to bring it out the same way we've been bringing it in all this time. St. Rickets with Fire Cannot Burn at www.strickets.com for Jewel Tatey and Jeff the Shark Perini and every guest co-host who has come on Wednesday nights, etc. Tammy Palumbo, Melissa Batat. Oh my God. I am forgetting Angela Marie. Angela, I love you. I know you're out there. Do not forget Angela Marie. Angela Marie and Tammy Palumbo and Melissa Batat. And again, Tina Celine for guest co-hosting and Sherry Nelson and Lydia Manson and Tiffany Mosher and Jojo Otaku. We love you. And everybody who's put on the Yo Show cap, we thank you very much. And if I missed anybody, kill me later. Make sure you message me with hate mail because I don't like to miss anybody. Tomorrow night, we will be back. Wednesday night, Yo 2.0, the sister show or whatever you want to call it. Either way, it's going to be awesome. Burden of Guilt is back. Josh Houseneck and Burden of Guilt will talk about his brand new album. We'll be back here tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Whoa, let's not do that. Anyway, get the volume up. We'll be back tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Thank you for 300. We'll see you next time. Good night. St. Rickets, where fire cannot burn.
Poison deeper than you know. closer. This was the point of it, just to reach new heights and glow. So